was reading your comments though, but oh gosh, I'm trying to get a better light, guys. This is as good as it's going to get. The hotel lighting is trash. Oh, should I go over there? I'm trying to see if I could go somewhere else. Nah, I'll do it for another live. The hotel light is trash. I'm sorry. This is the best it's going to get for now. Hey, family, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Nobody's here, so like here in the hotel, I mean. Nobody. It's just me and my family. Come on. Hey, Gina. Hey, Aaliyah. What's up, Ordered Steps? Hey, Black Lavender. What's up, Vodka? Hey, Deborah. Hey, family. If you're just here for the review, it starts as soon as I put the timer on. 10 minutes from when I start the timer. Hold on. Get your girl a sec. I'm going to do a timer. So we are going to start in 10 minutes, right? We do 10. 10 minutes. What's up? Guys, I'm sorry. I was reading your comments when y'all was just like, oh my goodness. Is Nikki late? First of all, always running late. But I want to show y'all why I was late. And this is insanity. Absolute insanity. So my little sister, I'm ordering something, right? So my little sister was just like, hey, we're at Thimmy's, this pizza place over in Philly, this famous pizza place in Philly. And she was like, do you want something? And I was like, sure. Like, this was at 6:25. She sends me this menu. What the hell is this? This menu is 6 pages long. Guys, this is a menu. But can I tell you something? This is a typical local Philadelphia eatery menu. Why do we have this many food options in Philadelphia? Who is eating all of this? They have just a whole page of fries. Different fries, pickle fries, buffalo fries, hot fries, Philly fries, cheese fries, Philadelphia. We have to stop being ghetto. There's no reason for our menus to be like this. What's up, y'all? Hey, Tiffany, poor Shakala. Hey, Cammy. I feel like, how long has it been since I talked to you? I feel like I just talked to y'all. Why am I acting like I'm missing y'all like this? What's up, Queen Cascade? Good evening, darling. What's up, obviously, Lily? Hey, Advice Queen. Hey, Tony. Shout out to my moderators. We still doing it. Hey, Denard. Hey, Lady Virgo. Hey, Jazz A. Hey, Missy B2. I know. It's been forever. And didn't I do a live? I did a live on Friday, right? Or did I leave on Friday? Child, who knows? Hey, Annie. Hey, Deborah. Listen, Deborah, because I'm doing this live, right? I was just like, I like, there's no way, guys, there's no way I could get an order in. I was just like, fries and pizza. And now she's like, what kind of pizza? Girl, it's 36 options of pizza. I don't know. Pick one that you think I like. Hey, QK. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Simply Simone. Right? Oh my gosh! Simply Simone! This is the last live of 2020, guys. If you were not watching my Bachelor review, y'all don't know that I had a little moment in that live, because this year for everyone has been so hard, right? And I was just amazed and just so grateful for the support that I received from you guys. Like we're in a global pandemic, and you guys are tuning into me like multiple times a week and sometimes multiple times a day. It was a lot for me. It really, just emotionally, because this has been a hard year, but we did it, and we did it together. We got our first super chat from Mel Fitness. Oh shoot, I don't have my thing, because hold on, Mel. I don't have my buzzer, the thing that makes the noise. I don't have it because the last time I traveled with it, I got in trouble with TSA because like I don't know how to shut it off. So anytime it presses against something, it makes a noise. So my bag was literally screaming, and the TSA was like, what is there, what's going on? Like, what is this? And I opened it and I showed the guy the buzzer, and he was like, if you can't turn it off, it's not smart to travel with that because it sounded like you had a person in one of your suitcases screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, I would never try to, traffic someone. What are you talking about? So I couldn't bring it this trip, but I do have something better. It's me just screaming the money. Well, I'm just going to say where the money resides. So we have where the money resides, from Mel Fitness. Thank you, Mel Fitness. Mel Fitness said, I just went to IKEA in Philly and I went to get a cheesesteak and fries option. I went to get a cheesesteak and the fries options were too much. Listen, Mel, I don't know what it is about us concerning fries and cheesesteaks. Like, I'm going to tell my sister, child, she said, okay, what kind of pizza? I don't know. What kind of pizza? Whatever kind of pizza you get, maybe just like a regular pizza. I kind of want a pizza with some basil and garlic on it. What you thinking about? What you getting? Whatever you get, I'll share with you. I don't know. Guys, it was 36 options that I counted before I hopped on live. So I don't know. I don't have the time. I don't have the. Who is this from? Is this from my baby, Romy Rome? Hey, Romy. We got another where the money resides, from Romy Rome. Love you, Nikki. Love you too, Romy. Love you guys. Yes, I don't know. I don't know what kind of pizza I'm going to get. Child, they just put somebody else on my floor. Because let me tell you about traveling during COVID. Don't recommend it. Dumbest thing I've ever done. And don't feel sorry for me because I shouldn't have been out here anyway. However, this is one of my Christmas gifts. Twisted peppermint. So, however, because my family and I, we booked this trip before COVID. So we were trying to like get our money back from this whole thing. And it was actually going to cost us more to try to get, not only cost us more, but we were going to lose money to try to get money back. So we just decided to do the trip anyway. And I wasn't looking forward to it because I'm from Philly. And when I come home, I want to be home. Like I want to go to all the places that, have been my favorite places since, I grew up. Like, I want to see my friends. I want to do all of the stuff that I do in Philly. And I want to get it all done in the time that I'm there to sustain me while I'm in LA, right? So because I couldn't do that, I was just like, let's just take the loss and not go. But it was just getting so expensive not going. And so we just decided to come anyway and just use it as like a little spa vacation, which has been great, right? And the only reason why I say that is for two reasons. One, when we came to the hotel that we booked was just a mess. Like it did not look like the picture. So we had to book another hotel. And we booked another hotel, which is, such a great upgrade. It was a great upgrade concerning the living quarters and the customer service. When we got there, the manager was so thankful to have us there. She was just like, thank you so much for booking with us. She gave us all kinds of like upgrades. She upgraded our room. Like she was just so thankful to have people there. She was just like, we need as many people that can come to this hotel as possible. So thank you so much for still, choosing us even during this time. So it's sad to say, but it's been a kind of, great, stay because one, they're so grateful to have us here. So I'm telling you, they're treating us like we're Prince Akeem and Coming to America. Like anything that we need, they give it to us. Any upgrade, they give it to us. It's like we are freaking royalty. And I feel so bad. I was just like, y'all don't have anybody here. So for the last few days, we've been the only people on our floor. This hotel has like 1,000 rooms. I'm exaggerating. Is it 1,000? This is the third floor. It's like 100 on each floor. Probably about 500. 5 to 4, because it's like 100 on each floor. So yeah, they've been, so because it's like been only us and them, anytime we need something. Like I called this morning and asked for towels, it was here in like 5 minutes. Oh, also because of COVID, it's contactless. Like there's no, we don't interact with anybody. We don't interact with housekeeping. They don't clean the room every day. We only interact with the front receptionist, but we got to be like at the door. Because let me tell you something, Philly don't play about COVID. Oh my goodness. I parked my car and I left my mask in the car and I had to come back in to get, what was I getting? I was getting a gift for my aunt, and I went in and the dude was like, ma'am, mask. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was just, ma'am, mask. I was like, okay, let me go get my mask. Because I was like, I'm not even going to be next to you. But they do not play. And so you cannot, like, they are literally about the 6 feet, especially because, you know, it's Black people and they will let you know. The lady was like, 6 feet. Make sure you are 6 feet. I love this. I love Philly. I love Philly. But, you know, oh my God, QK said a new strain in the UK. Oh God, I got to get out of here. So yeah, we're going to do New Year's here and then we are back home. But, you know, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. I haven't been doing anything but watching crime TV shows and sleeping, which is something that I did not know that I needed until now. So it hasn't, like, I thought it was going to be a terrible trip and it hasn't been. It's just like me and my family being treated like royalty, and then the stimmy is about to hit. So when that stimulus check hit, baby, room service for days. Philly is insane about fries, Pepe. Hey Kyle, hey Desiree, hey Melanie. Simply Simone said, shameless plug. Bath and Body Works has all the Christmas merchandise. Oh. Thank you very much. I was just on because Toothpaste, Lime Crime. Who else was that? Pat McGrath. They all were having like 75% off sale. So I was just shopping on there. It's not a game. Oh yeah, Jai. The hotels are not doing well. Like I'm telling you, the way they have been treating us, guys. If it wasn't in poor taste, I would definitely vlog about this experience. But I just think like it's in poor taste. But if it wasn't in poor taste, I would definitely vlog about it. They are so thankful to have us here. We want for nothing at this hotel. They upgraded us for free. The lady was like, we have nobody here, so it's fine. Let's just change the room. Like it's sad, you know, but it hasn't, thankfully it hasn't been as terrible of a trip as I thought. Oh, one more thing before I start. Also, I was flying American here, and getting on the plane, there was a lady, because they do social distancing on the plane. And because this lady did not want to sit next to another person, she wanted to sit with her friend, and her friend couldn't sit with her. So they set somebody else next to her or like close to her. And she felt like the person was too close, but I really feel like she was just being petty because she wanted her friend to sit with her. And this is Philadelphia. This Philadelphia flight attendant was like, ma'am, you can, first of all, she was all the way in the back of the plane. This incident was happening in the front of the plane. And she was like, ma'am, if you did not want to sit on a plane like this, then you should not have flown. It is a global pandemic. If you have COVID now, you're going to get it anyway. So sit down, please, so this plane can take off. And everybody applauded her. I was like, what the hell? She said, I'm done. She was like, this is my last flight. I do not feel like it. Have a seat so we can take off. Lord, this pandemic is getting people together. I got a where the money resides from Serenity. Serenity said, hello, sisters. Hello, sister. Miss you. So glad you are here to bring the sunshine and the joy to this miserable day. You are the sword to defeat this depression dragon. Oh, thank you so much, Serenity. And you guys are the sword to my depression as well. Because I'm telling you, I was already dealing with something before this pandemic. This pandemic did not help my mental state, but you guys have been a blessing. Hey, y'all. So, guys, Diva Law is here. So, you know what that means. We can start this live. What's up, Diva Law? What's up, Jennifer? Hey, Alicia. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm getting everybody before I start. Oh, hold on. We got a super chat from Melanie. Hey, beautiful. Melanie said we got a super chat. We got where the money resides, where the money resides. Melanie said the nasal swab is the worst. I'm working in a nursing facility next month and I have to get swabbed twice a week. By the nose? I told y'all I did that once. Thank you, Melanie. And I felt it in my eye. I was like, never again. I did the mouth one and the nasal one. I'm gonna have to do another one when I get back. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Mel Fitness gave you girl another super chat. Thank you. Where the money resides, where the money resides. Mel Fitness said, I can't believe it's New Year's Eve. I keep forgetting. No, it's not. It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve. Because I was like, wait a minute. I need to be getting my nails done. Hold on. It's New Year's Eve. So yeah. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get started. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know who's gonna be mad at me. This is another reason. I'll be honest with you guys. I had time yesterday to do this, but I had just watched it and I was like in my feelings about this because I was just like, I don't know who's going to be. I just, to be honest with you, I just don't feel like it because I have my opinion, right? But I know that for some reason this season was so polarizing and people are in their corners and like grown adults are like dead serious about their position on this fight, the women on this show. And I didn't feel like it, especially going into my new year. So I'm just going to say this. Well, some of you just might not agree with me, and that's okay. I have no energy to fight with you. I don't feel like it. I just don't. So we can agree to disagree, but let's just keep it respectful. Let's just keep it on the playground. If not, if you are a subscriber, like somebody who I know and have been here, I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna ignore you if you come in with the fighting. Because I ain't got the energy, guys. I don't feel like it. I just don't. You shouldn't feel like it either, right? So I'm just gonna start this and say some of you may not agree with me, and that's okay. Let's just keep it cute. Okay? Can we do that? Let's get started. Oh God. Candace and this damn crying. Listen, I did not have my skull cracked and my wig shifted on national TV, right? So I can't tell this woman how to feel. Hold on. Is this gonna make my lighting better? This just made it scary. No. So I can't tell this woman how to feel, right? But I can say this. You gotta tighten up. You gotta tighten up. You a good 34, good and grown on national TV. At some point, even if you don't feel this way, you are going to have to tighten up because what you are showing Monique in the world and people like Monique in the world, that you are a pushover, you are a weakling, and you are somebody that they can go after time after time after time again. It is no coincidence that Monique went after you when Giselle was right there. It's like, girl, she went after you purposefully because you are somebody that she knew that she could take. You cry at the drop of a dime, like you're all bark and no bite. It's okay not know how to fight. You know what I mean? Like not everybody know how to fight, and that's fine, right? But you can't have all this talk and have no bite. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's right that woman put her hands on her, but I'm just telling you, like I said before, not everybody is raised right and not everybody is wrapped tight. Okay. Some of these people have had some hard lives or a hard situation happen to them, and they're looking for a person to snap out on. Some of these people need to go to break rooms. They don't go to break rooms. They just start breaking people's skulls. So you have to learn how to back up what you say. You just have to learn how to do that, because when you can't back it up, you fall into this fetal position and you start all this crying, and don't nobody feel like that, especially when you got a mouth like this. So you have to figure out how you going to back up what you say. You cannot back it up with the tears and go into the victimization, because what happens is, because you cut so deep, yes, you are a wordsmith. Yes, you can cuss and fight with the mouth like the best of them, right? But when you're a wordsmith, like you say, when you can cuss people out like that, you have to also realize that a lot of people are going to take the words that you say that cut very deep as violence, even if it's not physical. So that's why you have some people equating what you say and how you said it on the same level as the physical violence that Monique put unwarranted put on you, right? So again, I'm not saying that what happened was right. What Monique did to her was right. But what I'm saying is the reality of it is, right? Is that a lot of people were not raised with the, don't put your hands on people if you are not being physically attacked. A lot of people were not raised like that. A lot of people were raised in these streets. A lot of people were raised to fight and take what they want. A lot of people are not well. So you just can't go up with this mouth and then fall and start doing all this crying, because some people are just, as you have saw, ma'am, let's be real, as you have found out, a lot of people ain't with the bowl. A lot of people are not going to support you saying, well, I did not deserve to be beat up. I believe that, right? I'm actually shocked that you got a lot of people saying that you should have gotten your skull cracked by Monique. Because I told y'all, I was in a clubhouse room about the Real Housewives of Potomac, and Candace jumped in that room, and the way those women, grown women, talked about beating her up, insanity. But that's what I'm talking about. You got this mouth and you're going around unwell people who were raised gutter in the streets. All they know is breaking Hennessy bottles over people's foreheads. You going up against these people with this mouth. Now, you can do that in the high society communities that you came up in, but you also have to realize this ain't that high society community. Some of these women got the wealth that you were born into on their knees, okay? Some of these women have done some things that you will never have to do, and a lot of them probably hate you for it. So when you're coming up to them with this privileged mouth and you got all this to say, these gutter broads who had to fight to get to the place that you were born in got an issue with you. So when you come up and you're doing all that first of all, they've been waiting to knock you over the side of the head because they hate how you got it. Because don't no woman want to suck up on nobody ugly to get some money. But if you got to do it, you got a problem with the girls who were born into that position, especially when they got a mouth like you. So, sweetie, the tears are just not going to work. You're not going to get the sympathy that you need or that you desire. You have to stop this. This bothers me. Nobody cares. You have to stop. I'm not saying that it's wrong, that you're wrong for feeling the way you feel. What I'm saying is you take them tears and you let them tears fall in the car with your man on the ride home. You do not do it on stage in front of the girl that cracked your skull and she's sitting there like, well, I've already passed this. Monique was like, well, I've already processed it. And you're sitting there crying. She does not care. The people who should care do not care. So you just have to stop it, Candace. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on that long about it. But when I was watching this episode, I'm just like, she keep on crying. Nobody cares. This is not high society, girl. This is not high society. You are mixed in with this group, okay? And a lot of these women were not born into this. A lot of these women had to do some things to get to where you're at. So they're not going to understand you with the crying and the tears because I was not raised like this. We don't do this where I'm from. They don't care because they're not where you're from. So you have to tighten up. You got to stop the fighting. You have to, the fist have to match up to the mouth. And I'm going to be real honest with you. If you can't fight, if you don't have hands, if you don't know to, throw a brick at somebody, if that's not who you are, you got to shut up. I'm really serious, sweetie. I'm not saying that is right. I'm giving you the reality of the situation. You will continue to get popped, especially if you go around these people who are not in the society that you grew up in. We just have to be real about this situation. I feel bad. I do not believe that Monique should have done that to you. I don't agree with people putting their hands on people because they can't, because they can't get you in the war of words. Because I'm a wordsmith, okay? I can read you, I can send you home crying to your mother, but I can fight. So I'm not fazed by that. I'll reach you down and I'll cuss you out and then I'll pull off my hoops and I'll say, let's go. Let's go. Unless you look like you can beat me up. I'm smart with mine. I'm smart with this tongue. I'm not going back and forth with a 6'7" broad who was built like a Mack truck. I'm gonna let her say whatever she say, and then when she leave, I'm gonna cuss her out to my damn self. Because this broad, look like she can beat me down. Wisdom. If you got that kind of mouth, you gotta have wisdom, and you don't have that. You don't have the wisdom. You don't have the strength to deal with this mouth. So you just have to be quiet. It's not right, but I'm giving you the truth. If you can't back it up, shut up. Shut up, because ain't nobody gonna care about this big grown woman at 34 years old who, first of all, in your privilege, don't nobody care about your tears. Don't nobody care about. Have you not seen this world? The 99% of us are poor. We do not care about the people who, was born into money crying about situations. We do not care. Why do you think we watch reality TV shows? Especially shows like this, because it's rich people having terrible lives and the poor get a kick out of it. This is what this is. So the sympathy you're looking for, you're not going to get from a lot of people. So I'm just saying, tighten up, stop crying. You either got to walk with some mace or some brass knuckles if you're going to continue with that mouth. That's what you got to do, sis. That's what you have to do. I'm sorry. It's not right, but it's reality. I am so glad that Ron Dixon is not here right now. I am so glad that Ron Dixon is not here right now. What is Ron going to do? Chris Samuels is 8 feet tall and 900 pounds. What is Ron going to do? Besides tell you to sit back and shut up. Why was she screaming that? It made no sense. I am so glad. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Nothing. Not a damn thing. What I would like to have seen, though, right? If Juan Dixon was there, I would love to have seen, if Michael was, like, these are the only two people who I wanted there as well. I wanted Michael and Juan Dixon there because I wanted to talk about this love affair. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. I wanted to talk about that, right? But I wanted to see Robin do that. I'm so glad that Ron Dixon is not here right now. I wanted to see her do that, and I wanted to see Juan react, and then I wanted to see a big boy walk over to Juan and almost get into a confrontation. And with that, I wanted to see Michael sacrifice his life to save Juan. Come on, let me tell you something. That would have been some great TV to see Michael throw his body in front of Juan. No! Not my man! Y'all know Michael would have laid down his life to save that man. Child, Andy, you should have did whatever you had to do to get them there. You should have paid them extra because baby, that would have been some good TV. Listen, Candace, again, still crying about the situation. She hired her crack lawyer to lie about me in the courts, because the Broadway voice. In the courts, her crack lawyer lies about me. It's too much. I think what I gotta say about that, right? What was Monique supposed to do? You filed charges against her. What was she supposed to say? Oh, okay. Well, I did beat her up. She is right. She is right. I deserve to get locked up, or I deserve to get sued. She has to defend herself. This is the thing. Again, I do not agree with Monique putting her hands on Candace, especially when a woman admitted that this was unwarranted. But to be mad at her for hiring a lawyer to fight the charges? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? That's what she was supposed to do. You want her to just take it? After you file charges, I get you waiting for an apology and not getting it. But then you file charges on a woman, and I get you doing that. But to be mad at her quack lawyer, to be mad at her about that was just absolutely insane to me. First of all, she cracked your skull. She do not like you. She said that she wanted to kill you. What makes you think that she was not going to hire a lawyer to fight the charges that you put against her? Make it make sense. Make it, why you mad at her? She did the right thing. Listen, I don't agree with her beating on you, but I was just like, I would have did the same thing. You just expected her to sit there and take the charges? Maybe they do that in high society, but not where Monique is from. Girl, please. You better learn something from this. You better learn something from this. She talked cash money mess about you. To me, I believe it. I absolutely believe that Ashley was dogging Monique out to every and anybody who will listen, especially on that season where she accused her of driving drunk and crashing her car. I absolutely believe that. But again, Candace, they were beefing. They were beefing. So of course she gonna talk to you about her. Like it, of course, Ashley is going to talk mess about people. Ashley was talking about everybody, right? But that moment where her and Monique were beefing, of course she was talking about her. And of course, Monique and Chris were mad at her for talking about if Monique had a little drinking problem. Of course they were mad about that, right? So of course, you, Chris, the Chris's and Monique and Candace were very close. So of course y'all sat down and y'all read Ashley and her father for filth. We are not shocked by this. Y'all all talk about each other. It's nothing new. Listen, at the end of the day, Ashley had a debt to pay back to Monique. It is what it is. That's what she did. So you saying that she talked mess about you does not add up to the sexual assault tape that Monique and Big Boy are hiding for Ashley. Girl, please. Girl, please. Because one is just a simple conversation, and another is you're protecting my livelihood. Again, what was she supposed to do in that situation? Whew, I get her being upset, but you got to make sense, ma'am. You got to make sense. Okay, now let's talk about Monique's lack of accountability. I was about to say lack of accountability. She don't have it. It's not even lack. I don't think she possesses it. Monique, can I just say, this season you came off looking like a sociopath. Like, it could just be the editing. But ma'am, there was nothing there. Nothing there. Very American Psycho. Just very, well, I processed it. Yeah, it already happened. Now I was just telling you how I process things. I'm not there anymore. It just wasn't a good look for you. It just no. I'm not remorseful now. No. I'm not now. No, because I was defending myself. No. Girl, all you had to, yes, even the apology, I was just like, are you doing this because you're angry or you just can't process feelings? I don't know. You were looking like a sociopath on this show. And it was very shocking to me because Monique was so sweet. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. And it's just, I'm also bothered by the fact that she does not have any accountability. She just lacks it, right? She also never takes responsibility for anything. It's like it's always somebody else's fault or it's always a defense. Because when Andy was talking to her about like what I think this is the thing, right? Because the show opened up with Andy saying we do not condone violence. Well, the show, when they started talking about the fight, Andy said we do not condone violence and that whole thing that they had to give about Bravo. I think what Andy wanted was he wanted remorseful, because he even said it. He was like, are you remorseful? I think what he was trying to do is to give the audience who thought that Monique should not come back because of what she did to Candace. I think he was trying to give her a way to come back. That's what I feel like, because I'll be honest with you, even though I don't agree with what Monique did to Candace, if I'm the boss of this show and I saw how this show played out, I would definitely try to get her back by any means necessary. So for me, as a boss of this show, and I'm seeing how this violence is looking on this show and how it is not properly been acknowledged and how it's handled on different shows, I would try my best, especially when I have a star. Okay, because Monique was the star of this season, especially when I have a star of the season on right in front of me, right? I'm going to try my best to rebrand her to the audience that was a loss because of her actions. And I felt like in that moment, that's what he was trying to do, because he kept on giving her windows to properly apologize. And it was all, well, I'm past that. I processed that. I processed it. Girl, before I move on, where the money resides, where the money resides. We got a super chat from Sly Cat. Thank you, Sly Cat. Sly Cat says, as a licensed mental health professional with over 20 years, let them know, of experience, Monique is deeply disturbed. Oh, Sly Cat, really? I think she's just mad. She's just mad and being stubborn. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But I felt like Andy was, Connor said Andy wanted her to grovel. To be honest with you, Connor, that's a great interpretation. I will give you that. But I honestly think that he was trying to rebrand her to the audience. I really, really do, because I just don't think, as someone who created this network and has made so much money off of these women, this man knows a star when he sees it. And Monique was the star of this season, and she has such a huge fan base. I wouldn't want to lose that person, but I would, one, want to protect my brand by saying, hey, she has reformed herself. She is not the same person that she is. So you don't have to worry about her beating up anybody else on my show, on my set, right? Because he also has to report to NBC. And NBC is also just like, what is this? Like, now, is she going to be a risk to the show? Is this person going to be a problem? So I felt like, and this is just me talking TV, I felt like he was trying to rebrand his, I was going to say his hoe, because listen, Andy is a pimp, okay? But I think he was trying to rebrand his star to the audience. That's what I felt like, because I'm just like, why is he staying on this subject of her properly apologizing? And I think if Monique would have given the apology that she gave later in the episode, at that moment, I think he would have moved on quickly. But he stayed there and gave her moments to at least show a bit of remorse, and she never did. Not a once. Not when it was for anybody else. And I'm just like, oh girl. Oh girl. God bless you. But that's just my issue. It's not her fault, it's somebody else's, or this is why I did it. None of that matters when you cross the line and go physical when it was just verbal. I can't agree. Oh, you know what? Let me try to. This is always my screen. Hope that makes it better and not so grainy. It did nothing. I just can't agree with her actions, especially when she acknowledges that her actions is wrong. But the thing about it is, you can't apologize and start off with, well, my therapist. Everything is a therapist. My therapist told me to make a song. My therapist, while working with my therapist, I learned that my father put his hand in his face, hand in my face as a kid, and that triggered me. So that's why I did it. But then you say that what she did to you was unwarranted. It's a cop out. It's a cop out. It's just somebody who does not want to be wrong. It's somebody who always has to be right, and somebody who is always on the defense. And that is very concerning, because it's just like, if you're always right and never wrong, how do you go through life? How do you raise your kids? If you are always right and you have never done anything, and there's always an excuse behind your behavior. Yes, you grew up with some trauma. Get in line, right? It's the excuse of, I was abused, so I abuse other people. It's not a good excuse, because 99.9% of us have been abused in our childhood. A lot of us do not grow up and harm other people. A lot of us grow up and realize we have an issue and get help. We don't lash out at people. We don't beat people up and make that kind of excuse. It's the same kind of excuse where, if you watch a lot of crime TV shows like I do, crime dramas, There's always, especially when somebody has killed somebody, the defense attorney always comes up with, well, they were abused as a kid. Okay, so are a lot of people in this courtroom. They didn't chop off somebody's head. Like, it's just not a valid excuse. It's an understanding, but it's still not a valid excuse, especially when you are an adult, because, unfortunately, even if you are abused and have some issues, as an adult, you're just supposed to know better. You're supposed to have a certain kind of wisdom because of your age, and you just can't make this excuse of, my father put his finger in my face as a kid, so that is why I cracked this woman's skull open. It just doesn't match up. I feel like the apology she gave Candace was good. It would have been better without the excuses. If all you had to do was just own up to what you have done, acknowledge your wrongdoing, and move on. But to just say, oh, this happened to me, so that's why I did this to her. It wasn't warranted. It was wrong, but that's why I did it. And I'm sorry that I hurt you, and that you can't move on from it. She can't move on from it because you have never fully acknowledged that you are just wrong. You always lace it with an excuse of why you did it. You make the song, you retweet, tweets about her being beat up and getting dragged and deserving it, and liking violent tweets against the woman, and then you say, oh no, because that was something that she said to me, when they're clearly showing tweets from your fans tweeting violence against this woman. It's like, you just can't say, well, that was wrong. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I didn't like her. I felt like people would be more happy with the truth than you just being on the defense for your wrongness. I think that is the issue, because it's always somebody else. It's always, well, I did this because of this. Ma'am, it's tired. You have to take full accountability with no excuses. You just have to. So we talked about the song, right? Yeah, let me move on. But that song, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I honestly feel like Andy was trying to rebrand his star to the audience, but he was also, I think when he realized that he was just not going to get out of Monique what he wanted, he just turned nasty. Because when they were talking about Monique's song, and Monique was just saying the song wasn't about her, it was about what happened to me. Maybe you need a new pastor and therapist, because they are not getting through to you. The work is not, it's not working. It's not working. But anyway, Andy was just like, well, it's not good. Yeah, the song isn't good. I was like, Andy, he did get nasty, because I saw on Twitter that a lot of her fans were just like, oh, he was so biased. He didn't have to go that low. I could see that. I could see that, because he would not get off of her neck. And it specifically happened after Monique's, lack of apology, lack of remorse. It wasn't lack of apology. It was a lack of remorse. And I think at that point, he just was like, all right, girl, let's go. Because he did not lay off of her neck. But she didn't stop defending herself. One thing about Monique, she will defend herself, even when she's wrong. That poor therapist. That therapist got blamed for everything, ma'am or sir. Whoever is Monique's therapist, fire her before you get fired, okay? Before you lose your license. Because if everything that she's saying that you told her to do, you're giving her all this advice, you are ill-advising your patient. Mess around and lose your license messing with Monique. Anyway, so Candace, right? So after she gets this apology from Monique, Candace responds and she says, the only reason why I just can't accept the apology is because it's a year later and you're doing it now on TV in front of the camera, blah, 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 right? And then she admitted her culpability with her mouth. I'm glad she did that, because come on, we all grew up with that commercial. Well, not all of us. Some of you might be 90s babies, but if you're an 80s baby, a 90s kid, you grew up with that commercial that, that little boy being abused in the playground, verbally abused. And that commercial says, words hurt as hard as a punch, which is very true. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure I'm not missing a super chat from somebody. Jesus, these comments are rolling. Good, I got everything. Moderators, if I missed something, please just let me know at the end. So that's very true, right? Like I said, not everybody was raised to not respond with physical violence when you're getting, verbal violence, right? There's physical abuse, there's verbal abuse, there's mental abuse. Like all of that adds up, right? So I'm glad that she admitted her culpability with, her mouth and how she can not warrant, but how she can rile somebody up with the words she says, right? However, I absolutely agree with her because she said, you just said that nothing I did warranted that. And if you watch the whole season, I was walking away. I was not trying to get into it with Monique, but she was always coming after me. And I said that. I said that in all of my reviews. In the beginning of this, I was like, Monique, you got the wrong target. It's giving bully. That was my exact words. It's giving bully because every time you see this chick, you're tormenting her. You're tormenting her, but then you're on your Twitter and you're just like, oh, I know who I need to be mad at. I know Giselle did all of this. So why you keep on tormenting this little girl? That's why. Because you can't do it with Robin. Robin with the umbrella to her neck said, do it. Do it. You can't beat Robin. You can't beat Charisse, who was the one who tried to bring the rumor to the show in the first place. You can't beat her because we saw them arms. So we know that you know that you cannot take her. And you don't want to go after Robin because let's be very clear here. I don't care what none of y'all say. If your Monique stands, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Monique wants to be a part of the Cool Girls Club. And who's in charge of the girls? Giselle. She wants to be a part of all of that. She's been trying to be a part of all of that from the beginning of the show. She always wanted to be a part of the Cool Girls, and Giselle is in charge of the Cool Girls. So she was never going to go after her like that. She went after her on the reunion. But even when she's talking about she knows who she should be mad at, she knows who was plotting, you never went after Giselle. Not once. Not once. I'm so glad you came with that binder because this is the first shot you have taken to this woman for seasons. But you're going to go after that weakling. You're going to go after that one that you know you can lift up off the ground with one hand. It's giving bully. It's giving coward. It's giving coward. I can't agree with Monique's actions, but I do agree that, Candace can rile up a situation. I don't think that she specifically riled up this situation. I felt like she had enough. The girl was going after her all season, and she was finally like, listen, you want to go? Let's go. And she did what she does, right? It didn't work out in her favor, but I'm glad that at least she said, I do know that I can do that. And I do take some responsibility, but I cannot accept her apology because it's later. It's a year later, and she's only doing it now on TV while being asked about it. And it didn't seem from the heart. I don't know. She's just, I don't know. I'm not going to, I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to say something is wrong with Monique, but it's just it's giving sociopath. It's giving sociopath. And it's giving sociopath, and it's giving heat to the wrong target. I've been saying for seasons, why are you not going after Giselle? Like she did not this is really weird to me, guys, right? Because I feel like the way she went after Candace, she never went after anybody else who came after her, right? When Giselle was coming at her from the beginning, she still played cool with her. She still wanted to be involved with her in everything that Giselle was doing. When Ashley literally went on TV and said that she was driving drunk. That's why she crashed her car. She never went after her like that. So I just don't know why she's going after Candace like this. My only thing could be is that she knows that Candace is not well liked, and she knows that she can break Candace by a few words or a couple punches. It's just it's not a good look for her. It's not a good look because there are people who have done far worse to Monique on this season and the seasons prior, and she just never went after them like this. Again, all that heat for the wrong target. Karen. So we get to this part where, Andy and the rest of the girls are trying to pile up on Karen and calling her out on her mess because they think that she's playing both sides. They think she's being dishonest. And the problem that I have with everybody on that stage, aside from Karen, is that y'all don't know that she was in a real difficult position. Like, you have never been in the middle between friends who are fighting. I felt bad for her. And I think that Candace handled this situation perfectly. Of course, she did not give all the ladies the information about who was coming to the wig launch or whatever, and if Monique was coming, if she wasn't coming, and what time she was arriving. Y'all don't like her, y'all beefing with her. I already said it before. She was not going to tell you guys that that woman was coming if she was coming, because she would not get the proper commercial for her show. Because if it was just one housewife that showed up, it would not warrant all the cameras. You want, especially when you are launching something and you are trying to hawk it to the audience as something that is substantial that they want to buy. As a housewife, you know you have to get every lady there, or the majority of the ladies there, so that the cameras will want to show up and film this event. Was it slick? Absolutely. Was it what you're supposed to do on this show? Absolutely. She was giving a commercial for her business, and she knew that if all the ladies were not there, she would not be guaranteed the cameras, and and she was not guaranteed that it would make it into the show. Also, y'all don't like the girl. Y'all not talking with the girl. So she's not going to give you a breakdown of every conversation she has with her, of everything that she does with her, of all the girls' whereabouts, because y'all don't like her. Y'all all are beefing. She did the best that she could do in a difficult situation. I'm not mad at Karen, and I'm mad that they're mad at her about that. I'm like, could you not see that she never wanted to talk about it? She never wanted to get involved in the situation. Y'all kept on making her choose, and it was unfair. Karen did nothing wrong this whole season. She did some shady stuff, some messy stuff. That is the show. But the way they were coming at her at this reunion, especially about this, subject concerning Monique and Candace, I just felt like it was wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. She played the position the best as she could play it. It's a very difficult situation to be in the middle of friends who are fighting. Nobody wants it. Everybody hates that position, and you will never win. You will never win. It's such a terrible position to be in, because what will happen is those two friends will make up. But you know what? They'll still be mad at you for not picking a side. It's such an unfair position to be in. And I feel like as women get older, especially within our girls group, you got to acknowledge that. And you got to just you got to give space to that. You have to understand that this was a difficult situation for you. If you are not seeing that, if the ladies and Andy are not seeing that, you just don't like her. Because there's no way that y'all could not see that she was playing a very difficult role between friends. Everybody has been there. Everybody understands it. But somehow, because it's the grand dame, we don't get it. Stop. The only thing I disagreed with Karen on was her going to Bravo to get Candace either fired or reprimanded because she told her to go to hell. This is my thing. And it's not just concerning the Potomac ladies. I hate when these ladies go to Bravo to get the other fired. I think it's so ugly. If you want to do anything, if you want to fire anybody from the show, fire yourself. Why are you going around trying to take a check out of another woman's hands? And then y'all come on this talking about sisterhood and girl power, and we got to have each other's back. Why are y'all trying to get each other fired? If you cannot take the heat, get the hell out of the kitchen. This is reality TV. It's ugly. Nobody on this set is your friend. Y'all are co-workers. Come to work, give us a show, and leave. That is the only thing I disagree with the Grand Dame about this season. So that's it. It was ugly. It's all when they do that and they try to go to Andy and go to Bravo, go to NBC and say this and that about the other person. I don't like it. The only person who I think should have said something to the network was Candace, because I would have did it. Y'all saw a few lives ago where I gave my whole impression of how I would have been cutting up in them NBC offices had somebody beat me in the back of my skull. That's the only person. Everybody else, I'm just like, come on. Y'all co-workers, come to work and do your job. Why are you getting super sensitive about what somebody said to you on a TV show that you all are faking? Now, because something real happened, now y'all want to get serious. But any other time when y'all playing fake stuff, y'all cool. But when it get a little too real, now you want to get people fired. Now you want to link up and isolate people. And whoo, they get on my nerves with that. I hate that. For any housewife outside of Candace concerning this season, I don't agree with that. Play your role. Like come to work, do your job, and leave. Why are you getting people fired? Stupid. And then we'll try to play sisterhood in front of us. Y'all not sisters. Y'all not friends. Half of y'all don't even like each other. Stop playing that game. Anyway, woman empowerment my behind. Um, Big boy. Let me get a drink. Big boy was doing the most. I'm telling you, the way he carried on this reunion, I said, damn, I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss them because you need this kind of craziness on reality TV show. You need it. You need it. The way he came on this show, he wouldn't even like do the small talk. Andy was trying to do small talk, and he's like, you know what, Andy, that's good to hear, but I want to talk about the slandering of my son. My child is going to grow up. When he turns 15, he's going to watch this show. What are you talking about? Big boy was doing the most. All of it was unnecessary. All of it was unnecessary. And he just looked ridiculous. Ridiculous. And this is the thing, right? I know that something had to happen off camera, but this is what I hate about these reality TV shows. And I honestly hope that moving forward, they put a clause in the contracts where it's clearly stated that if we do not get it on camera, if it is not on the show, if it is not going to be in the season, do not talk about it within the show. Like if an incident happened, and because of that incident, all of this stuff is happening, but we, the viewers, are never going to be able to see it. Do not bring it on the show. Yell cut whenever they try to bring it up and say we have to move on to something else because we did not get the footage of this situation. So because we, the viewers, can't make out what really happened. I think there are just stands of each person, of Candace and Monique. I think the stands are just picking sides and agreeing with whatever the other says. I'm neither, right? So I can't make a judgment on what has happened here because we have seen none of it. We don't know what's happening. All we hear is Chris saying, "You're plotting on my son. You're plotting on my son." What is the plot? What happened? Somebody said that he didn't look like you. Who the hell is the somebody? We need the footage. We need a breakdown. We need confessionals because we, the viewers, cannot make a comfortable decision or a fair or just decision about the situation if we don't know what happened. Giselle, he looked like me, don't he? He looked like me. Yeah, that's my boy. Okay, sir, what are you mad about? We didn't see it, so we can't talk about it. Maybe that's why it wasn't on the show, but they had to do like flashback scenes of what didn't make air, like unseen footage and all of that stuff, because he was talking about it. I have to be honest with you guys. I know a lot of you, I won't say a lot. I know a few of you follow bloggers, follow the ladies on Instagram and Twitter, and maybe if they have Facebook. I know a lot of you follow, what's going on outside of the show. So a lot of you have that information. But I'm going to be real with you. A lot of us watch the show every week, and that's it. We don't follow these people. We don't know their business. We don't know the bloggers. We don't know the ins and out. We don't know none of that stuff. To be honest with you, the stuff that I know, I can't even talk about. So I have to, go based off of what is on this show. And I told y'all, I don't, my connect that worked on Potomac ain't working there no more. So I can't even get like the first-hand tea. So I'm just out here blindly, not knowing what's going on. All I know is, and this from what the pieces that I've got on this show, is that somebody said that the baby is not Chris's baby, but the trainer's baby. And again, this is something they introduced. Why can't Monique and Chris understand that this was not brought on the show until they did it? I never believed Giselle. I never believed Giselle. Giselle was messy. Candace called her on. She said, "I love you, but you're messy." She's messy. She's messy, and she's been trying to get Monique fired from the show, right? I never agreed with that. But in this instance, when we saw the unseen footage, and Giselle was like, Okay, yeah, he looks like you. And then we see another the unseen footage of her in Robin, and she's just like, why did you say that to me? Like, why would he bring that up? Like, again, you are introducing this. The first time I heard about this rumor, Monique was talking about it because she was mad at Candace because Charisse was at her event. That's the first time I heard of the rumor from Monique. Then on the reunion, we see Chris bringing it up to Robin, and I listen. I gotta agree with not Robin, Giselle, because Giselle was like, oh, so since we're talking about it, is this a part of the storyline? If it wasn't, why would you say it to her on camera? So y'all mad about this rumor? Y'all mad about the plot on your child? Because that's my boy, and my boy, he look just like me, don't he? You are bringing it to the show. Don't nobody know about this but you, and you're talking about it on camera. You're talking about it in confessionals. You're talking about it in scenes. Did y'all watch the season? I'm so frustrated and confused because they're mad at everybody. They're saying that people try to tear up their homes. He's walking in. We gotta address these people because they're trying to tear up people's homes. They planning people marriages. This not right. You are the one doing it. I'm sorry. You both are, loading the gun and pointing it to your head and shooting. It's a suicide, baby. Ain't nobody else involved in this. Nobody spoke about this rumor but you. You were talking about it on camera. Did Giselle say something? Absolutely. Absolutely, she said something about it. But she said when with the first scene that she shot with Monique, you brought it up and she thought it was a part of your storyline because there are literally cameras there and you're talking about the rumor you don't want to get out. I'm confused. For we gotta where the money resides, where the money resides. From Model Genius. Thank you, Model Genius. Model Genius said no, Monique was mad at that Candace talked about it on Instagram. Okay, Model Genius, but I talked about that. That's not fair to us as the viewers, right? Because you're watching somebody's live, then you're coming to the show and you're reacting to something that you didn't talk about and that we did not see. That is not fair. That is not fair to us because we don't know what's going on. So we cannot properly make a decision about how we feel about what has happened. Because, and I'm saying we, speaking for the people who don't like do the lives or their Twitters or their Instagrams and things like that. And this it's no judgment, right? But I'm just saying some of us just don't do that. We just don't. I like from watching it because guys, I watch the show, I take notes, and then I come on here and talk about it with you guys. I'm exhausted after I'm done that. I don't need to see them women for another week. And that's what it is for me. I check out, right? So not everybody does that. So it's not fair to us to come on this show with all this beef and heat. It's like silent beef to us because we're just like, what is going on? So hearing about the live, right? You said it on live. Well, what was said? What did she do? Like, what happened? I need this to be fleshed out because you guys are very heated about it, but we know nothing about it. So for some of us who don't know about the live, we have to wait till the reunion to be like, oh, so that's what happens. That's not a show. And they need to stop allowing them to do that. They need to cut down their social media and they need to cut down their lives or say, y'all can't do no lives about the show until it's over. Or maybe do a live, like a little live review about each episode because now they're all trying to be reviewers all of a sudden. Or maybe do something like that. But don't come to the show with stuff that we just don't know about. It's not fair to the viewers because we don't know what the hell we're looking at. Because I'm over here like, why is Big Boy so upset? Why are you saying it? They tried to break up your family? What happened? Because Candace said something on the live and all they said was, you said it on live. What? What was said? What happened? It's all confusion to me because I don't follow you. And I don't have to. I'm watching the show. So if you're putting this out there on that platform, be clear, be precise. Let us know what the hell is going on. That's not fair to us. It really, really is. And then he's coming here with all of these theatrics, which I loved. Because I was crying, laughing at this performance that Chris was giving us. Speaking of lives, I'm jumping ahead, but let's go there. Can we talk about his life? Chris. Oh, you know what? Now I'm not going to go there because when we talk about the live, I had something else that I wanted to say about that too. So that's a little bit serious. So no, I'm not going to jump there. Let's go to Ray clocking Karen. Listen, I loved how Ray was like, listen, she ain't have to pay for nothing the whole marriage. She just started paying for stuff. So when Andy was just like, do you think that Karen could pay you back? He was like, she could try. Good luck with that. Let him know. Let him know, Black Bill Gates, you got the coin. That's why she was attracted to you in the first place. He got the money, baby. Now because he having a coin problem in his old age, all of a sudden you want your money back? Girl, bye. He gave you a life. You was on the farm when you met Ray. Now, I love you, Grand Dame, but we're not going to do that to the Black Bill Gates. The devil is a liar. Giselle, ultimate stunt queen. Ultimate stunt queen. She brought this security guard on the show as a stunt, right? But this is why she's on the show. This is why the show likes her, because there's no reason for her to bring the security guard other than to give us a show, to do something to rile up Monique, to do something to make us tweet about it or laugh about it. But that's why she's on the show. She's showing up to work, period. She wasn't prepared for work today, but she's showing up to work. I don't think that Chris was going to harm her in any way. I don't think that security guard was going to protect her in any way, because when Chris got up, she gonna turn to the security guard, get him. Why is he standing up? Get him. And the security guard was like, girl, do you see him? I came here as a stunt. I'm not actual security. What you expect me to do to this man? Nothing, because that security guard hasn't moved once. He stayed there the whole time. He was like, that's what she did. But listen, so Giselle brought the security guard as a stunt, right? I don't think she needed it for Chris, but she brought it there to address, to make sure it was addressed that Chris and Monique's live was that she felt threatened by the live. Do I think that Chris was actually going to harm her or the ladies in any way? No. Do I think what he said was gross? Absolutely. Like when I saw it again, see, I watched that shot because I don't follow them. I don't follow their lives. So I didn't know what was the big issue. And then when I saw the live, I was like, yikes. Oh my God, what? Yikes. He was like, I would stomp y'all and smack y'all and beat y'all up. Listen, first of all, y'all know I hate when a men get involved in women's business, right? But I just feel like as a wife, I would not be co-signing my husband beating up my coworkers. Monique sat there and was like, yep. And I would be wary if I was you because he do it for a living. He beat people up for a living. Yeah. I thoroughly believe at this point that just because you're older does not make you wiser. I think wisdom is a choice. It's a choice. I think you just have to decide whether you want to use it or not. I think it's there for everybody, but I don't think that everybody reaches for it, especially at their big age, because people are showing out. People are showing out. Before I go on, where the money resides, Pepe, my love. Thank you for the super chat. Pepe said, I get Giselle was putting on a show, but one, why did she want to portray the stereotype of a black man? Two, when Chris stood up, he wasn't even talking to her. I agree with you about two. I do think that she was doing the most with that. Chris was going after the other Chris. He was not, I think, like I said, I don't think that he was going to harm any other woman in any kind of way. But I have not a problem, but I just want to say something about the first question that you asked. Why did she portray the stereotype of a black man? Why did Chris portray that stereotype of a black man, of a big man? You know what I mean? Of a big man or of a man in the NFL. Like, why did he do that to himself? It was a choice. He made the choice to get on a live and talk about how he would beat the women up. Every consequence has an action. Giselle wouldn't have done that. If anything, the security would have been there for Monique, not for Chris. He caused that reaction, so he has to take responsibility for it. I don't, and I also want to be very clear about this, that far too often Black women are made responsible for Black men's behavior, where it's even when they're harming us, we still are left with the responsibility for protecting them. And we have to stop that, because abuse in any form is abuse, right? So we as Black women should not take on that mantle, or that pick up that cross of protecting Black men who are harming us. Because why does Giselle have to think about that, and Chris doesn't have to think about his actions as a Black man, saying that he's going to beat up Black women? But we always go to the women. Why would you do that? Why would you report him to the police? Why would you call the cops on him? Why would you let everybody know that he was beating on you? Now they're going to look at him like that. But what about me? Why is it okay for him to beat me up? Why is it okay for him to talk about me like that? So we just have to be very clear about that as well. I think far too often we protect abusers because they're Black, and it's not fair. And I'm not saying that Chris is an abuser, but I was talking about that whole stereotype thing. Like, we got to ride for Black women the same way we ride for Black men. The reality is it's not equal. So he put that out there. He did not have to sit his big behind on live talk about he gonna beat up on these women. Now the husbands, if he said that he was going to confront somebody, husband was saying something about his wife, although it's still wrong, I don't think too many people would have had a problem with it. But you're sitting there talking about how you're going to smack these women when you see them. Sir, what? I wouldn't have security, but I would have done my best to make sure it was talked about on the show. That's what Giselle was doing. She was pulling the stunt, but she also made sure to have that man there, so there was no way that they were not going to talk about that situation because her stunt was here. So anyway, let's talk about the transphobia in his comment. That comment was transphobic as hell, and everybody who sat on that stage and did not address it is compliant in the transphobia. It is what it is. It is what it is. There was no reason for him to bring up Caitlyn Jenner. It was transphobic. I don't think that he was looking for a transphobic comment. I think it was probably in his talk, and that's just how, a lot of society talks about and treats trans people, because it's okay. It's okay to kill them. It's okay to speak negative about them and make fun of them because you do not understand them. That's what we were doing with gay people. Now gay people are getting a bit more rights, not enough, but so it's like, oh, we have a new target to mistreat and harm. It's the trans community. Hold on, we got to where the money resides. Where the money resides. We got a super chat from Traveling Soul. Traveling Soul said, finally caught alive. Love your reviews, Queen. Thank you, Traveling Soul, for the super chat. Monique King said, "Brute." I'm not. Now, Monique, your comment is being you're being transphobic, Monique, because you know that Caitlyn, wait, I hope I didn't say. No, I know I didn't say that. You know that the name is Caitlyn Jenner, so let's not do that. There was no reason. Caitlyn Jenner. It's Caitlyn Jenner, guys. I hope I didn't say. Did I say Bruce? I said Caitlyn. Check me if I said Bruce, because I swore I said Caitlyn. Caitlyn Jenner is not trans? Oh, okay, thank you. Someone changing their name does not make them a trans person. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Moderators, take care of the trolls for me, please. Oh, yeah. Moderators, take care of the trolls, please. Because were y'all all not there when Caitlyn came out as trans on the freaking TV show? Were y'all not there? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Moderators, take care of the trolls because we're not going to have that here. We're not going to have that here. Oh, no, the devil is a liar. So anyway, the comment was transphobic. It is what it is. The comment was transphobic. There was no reason to bring up Caitlyn Jenner to defend you beating up on women. The comment was transphobic. The comment was misogynistic. It is what it is. That is the truth. Please do not be transphobic yourself because you're trying to protect Monique and her husband. It was a transphobic comment, guy. I wish, and did not even, and the way that he used Caitlyn Jenner was to revert to Caitlyn's past. Now that he used it to revert to Caitlyn's past when Caitlyn was not living in her truth. Now that Caitlyn is living in her truth, there was no reason for you to bring her up to excuse your abuse of women. It was transphobic, it was misogynistic, and everybody on that stage who did not address it, y'all addressed everything else. Everything else that big boy said, y'all addressed it, but y'all didn't address that. Problem. There is a problem. There is a problem. I did not, that was an issue for me because I was just like, why bring up Caitlyn Jenner? And then why bring her up to excuse your violence towards women? It was weird. I couldn't get with it. It is what it is. It was transphobic. It was misogynistic, and that's on period. I'm not changing my mind about that. Let's go with the plot again. So we are starting to wrap it up, but we're back to, even after we've moved on from this, we're back to you guys were plotting to destroy my son and my family and all of this mess. And again, everybody on stage is shocked, like, guys, we never said anything. You guys brought it up. I don't think they watched the season, because then Monique is like, well, it wasn't on the show. So why are you mad? I don't know. Maybe after, when we get into the chat, the Monique fans can tell me about, how she could have handled that a bit better, because I don't get it. I don't get why this plot that you brought to the show was so huge. I just don't get it. Let's talk about Karen. I feel like Karen is the epitome of a housewife on the show, reality TV housewife, because I feel like she handles this show the way you should, as a job. She clocks in and then she clocks out. She takes everything in stride, the hat stuff. She's still talking to Giselle, even though she's shading and reading people. She's still like, I feel like she's not taking it personal. Aside from her little dust up with Candace, I felt like she held her own. She also took a lot of stuff in stride. She also spoke on some stuff. She also shaded and got some people together. She also had some laughs. She also was kind and loving. She was doing what you should do on these shows. She was at work. And I guarantee you, when this show was over, she clocked out and she went about her life. That is what you're supposed to do as a housewife. You can't be sensitive and be on a housewife show. You just can't be. It just will not work. And that's my issue with Candace. I think she's far too sensitive for this show. There's no wrong in being a sensitive person. You know what I mean? But for this show is gutter. This show is ugly. There's also fun times on here. There's also good times. There's also ups and downs, but the majority of it is gutter. What you are doing as a reality TV person, you are selling your image to a network. And what they're going to do is create a character for you to play. Either play the character, good or bad, or get off the show. Because this is what it is. You sign your name on that contract. You sign your image away. I don't think a lot of you know that, but Bravo owns all of their images. They cannot do anything outside of Bravo. Everything they do, Bravo gets a cut. If you think that Bravo is not getting a cut of Skinny Girl, you out of your damn mind. You out of your damn mind. Everything they do, they get a cut out, because from the minute they sign that contract, They were owned by Bravo. It is what that's just business. That's just and I think a lot of them, because they are reality stars and they weren't actors, you know what I mean? They weren't performers. They weren't union performers. I think a lot of them were in some really shady and nasty contracts, which is why a lot of them like quit the show or made themselves get fired from the show, because the contracts that they're in are just ugly. It's ugly contracts. But when you go on this show, although you are using your name, although you are using your face and your voice and real people in your life, Bravo creates a character for you to play, and you play that character and they own that character. So as long as you are using your name and your image and all of that stuff, they are getting a cut out of it, which is why Wendy Williams was trying to change a lot of stuff that change a lot of stuff out of her name, because as long as she was using Wendy Williams, her husband, who was also on her contract with the network, gets a cut. So she wanted to change everything out and just be Wendy and not Wendy Williams. But it was too difficult to change that because of the image that she created. So no matter what Wendy Williams does, the network, Fox and her husband is always going to get a cut. That's why you got to read them contracts, and a lot of stuff you just got to walk away from. But you know, when you need the money or when you want the fame, you do what you have to do. But I think that Karen, she does it the best. Those ladies need to stop hating her and watching how she moves on this show. She's the perfect housewife to me. The perfect housewife on this show. And out of all the franchises, the perfect. Nene was the perfect for me. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to her, but her and Bethany Frankel were the only ones who were doing it right. Like using this platform for all it's worth. Now it's the Grand Dame. It's the Grand Dame. Let's get into. I wrote a comment. The big boy is doing too much. He is doing the most. I'm gonna take a break. I play chess, not checkers. What is going on? Oh, I'm so mad that we are not going to see this cuckoo couple next season. I'm so mad. I'm going to take a break because I play chess, not checkers. I love when the husbands were silent. Ashley, how long is this man going to embarrass you on national TV? The whole reunion, part 1, 2, and 3, Ashley just looks so foolish. So foolish. Michael has you looking dumb. Now, I was with her before because I thought that this was like a plan of hers, that she was just securing the bag. I don't think she's going to get out of this situation. I mean, she can't be waiting for him to die, because that man, although he doesn't look it, he's very healthy. Every time we see him, he's on a Peloton bike. So he's trying to stay here for another 1,000 years. So, girl, I don't know what the end game is, sis, but get out of this if you can. Every reunion, you're going to look like a fool, because this is the problem, Ashley. You married the old creepy white dude. You never married the old creepy white dude who was trying to bang all the young girls and boys at the club. You never, ever marry him. You get what you can get out of him. You maybe let him, play with your titties for $1,000 or something, but you don't marry this dude and have his children. So because you married the old creepy white dude at the club, this is the life that you signed up for. This is going to be your life until he dies. And I'm telling you, that man is holding on for 1,000 years. And even when he does get out of here in the next 1,000 years, his kids are going to be there to take that money. So if you're trying to hold out so you can get his estate, you think his children, his grown children, are going to let you take that estate from them? Girl. Girl, you think he don't already got contracts and life insurance policies and a whole little will already mapped out? A rich man like that, you think he don't already have his stuff together? What's the end game? What is your out? You are just being embarrassed on TV. It's not even funny anymore. I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. Chris, the white one, a good husband. A good husband. I love how he cared for Candace. I love how he defended Candace. I love how he never left her side. Let me tell you something. Me and this man has done a whole 180. If you've been following me from the beginning, you know I was never Team Chris. I just did not. I don't know. My thing is, you're not gonna marry me, and then me and you was living off my mama. I just couldn't deal with that. I felt like he had far too much to say about Candace's situation with her mother when she was supporting the both of them. I have made a 180 with him this season because I think that Candace really needed him in her corner, and boy, was he in her corner. I love him. I love him. He's a good husband. He is a good husband, especially now since he got his own place. Maybe this is the side of him that we needed to see outside of the support from Candace's mama. God bless him. I like him. I like Chris. Karen and Ray are renewing their vows next season. Well, Black Bill Gates, it was good knowing you. You know what I mean? We had a fun time watching you on this show. We watched you and Karen have some ups and downs and get, back together in a good place. After season 6, we will no longer be seeing you, and that's unfortunate. So it was a good time. We had a really good time because we all know that when couples renew their vows on reality TV shows, especially the Housewives, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Why is Big Boy crying? At the end of the reunion, right? We're wrapping it up. We're all on a good note. People are laughing. It seems like everybody is cool. Big Boy, before we leave Andy, I just want to tell my wife, you went through a lot this season, baby. But I just want to let you know that I love you. And you really care for us. And it's time, Andy, when I broke down crying. I was crying, Andy. But my wife, she held us down. She held us down, baby. Andy, you gotta pay them whatever they want. I need to see this couple next season. I'm gonna tell you something. Regardless of how people feel about Monique or whatever the situation is, Monique and Big Boy delivered at this reunion. They delivered the theatrics. This is what you're supposed to get from reality TV. When he started crying, yes, I was like, what? What is he crying about? Like, what happened? I don't even know the full scope of the rumor. But the way he broke down, even Monique was like, okay, baby. Because, this is the thing, right? What you don't want is your husband crying and breaking down in front of girls that you beefing with. She's like, okay, honey. Okay. Like, boy, cry in the car, not in front of these boys that I don't like. So they're going to light me up in the group chat about Big Boy crying. Oh my gosh, like he was doing so much, stepping up, unbuttoning his jacket, walking over to Chris. The thing is, the Chris's were about to fight so many times. Like Big Boy was about to fight so many people, and then next thing you know, you see him sitting down. It's okay. It's all right. No, what you say about my wife? No, it's okay. It's all right. They have to come back. They have to come back. Whatever this network got to pay this couple, they just have to do it. I know they don't need this little Bravo check, but we need to see them. And this is the thing. I don't want to see Monique and Big Boy if they are not delivering like this. What they have done at this reunion, I want to see more. If they're not bringing this on the season, get them off. But this right here, I need to see more of it. I need to see more of it. Monique and Big Boy are a perfect match. They are, because neither one of them, this is the thing. They see the world in an entirely different way than everybody else sees it. Like we all may see the world this way. They see the world this way. Like whatever fits their narrative, that is how they will see the world. Because everybody is telling them, you brought it on the show. You brought this rumor on the show. Nobody said this. This rumor was hanging around for 3 years, brought to the cast by your friend. Nobody entertained it. Nobody was going to talk about it. You both talked about it on the show. And they're just like, y'all lying. You're trying to set us up. You're trying to destroy families. What is going? Perfect for each other. Perfect for each other. Oh, where the money resides, we got a super chat from Decon T. Decon T said, in the Golden Globe, Emmy, and Oscar goes to Chris Samuels because he delivered. When he broke down crying. Season 6, I gotta see him on season 6. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. All in all, this was a good season. This was a very good season. This was an amazing reunion. An amazing reunion. This is the first reunion I've ever witnessed on Bravo, and I've been watching these reunions for for almost 16 years. Okay. And I even watched the reunion with Phaedra, Reed, and Kenya, Teresa Giudice throwing Angie across the stage. I've watched all of those reunions. There's never been a 3-part reunion from Bravo that was worth the watch. This reunion was worth the watch. Worth the watch. The ladies performed. They did a great season, an even better reunion. My hope is for all of them to come back. I know that that Monique has said that she isn't coming back, but I'll talk after I finish this. I'll talk to you guys about that because I'm not so sure that what is happening with that is the truth. Well, you know what? I'll leave this in here for the people who are just watching the review. I'll leave my thoughts, and then we'll discuss about it. Then we'll discuss it after. So my thoughts about this are, right. Monique in one live says she got her contract, and then allegedly in another live she said that she's not going to renew. Here is where I'm confused about, because I watched the live where she said that she was quitting the show. I didn't hear that. And I watched it 3 times. I didn't hear her say that she was quitting the show. I heard her say that she was tired and, she doesn't want to do, certain things anymore. She never explicitly said the show. She never, like when people say they're going to quit, I'm leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac. I didn't hear that. And as of today, I haven't seen an Instagram post, which is how all the housewives let us know that they're leaving the show. I haven't seen any kind of Instagram post or anything like that from her. So as far as I'm concerned, she's still a part of the show. I think 2 things. Either she got a friend contract and she didn't like it, which is what they do, what they do when you resort to violence on the show. They drop you down to friend of the show, and then you have to prove yourself to the network again that you could, work with everyone. So that's one theory, that she got friend of the show. Another theory that I have is probably that she got a lower rate, because they also deduct your money. So I think she probably got a lower rate, and I think either she got a friend of the show, which is a lower rate, or she just got, a main cast member, lower rate. And I think she either is quitting the show or she's putting that out there on the lies, because the lies for Monique have been effective. So she's either putting that out there as a negotiation tactic, because they all do that. They all say they're quitting the show. Nikki Gumbelson has quit the show so many times. The only time she has ever fully quit the show was when this season, when they wanted to make her and Tamara friends of the show. She said, I'm either going to be full-time or nothing at all. So I'm thinking that Monique is probably, negotiating. And I think if it doesn't go the way she wants, then she will quit the show. But I think the network should just bargain with her. Give her what she wants, because this has to be wrapped up. We need to see this Monique and Chris where they're at on season 6, because this couple has now, because they've been this perfect little couple, right? And they've been, they've never come out of their shell. Well, they came out of their shell this season, and I like what's out of the shell. So I would like to see more of that. So I'm hoping that they can come to an agreement with the network and come back next season. If not, they gave us a good season 5, and I'm happy with that. I really, really am. I am a little shocked, though, that Monique, with all the issues she had with the show, she still slithered out on the stage. You know what I mean? So to see her get up and slither out and still have a good time, guys, it's TV. It's TV. It's TV. They giving you a show, and they delivered. Bravo, ladies. Bravo. This is a good season 5. Bravo to the cast of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, if you were just here for the review, dun, 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 dun. I don't have my buzzer. It ends now. Now let's get into the chit chatter. Before we chat, we have a super chat where the money resides, from Jai. Jaja Yee said, doesn't anyone know of the rumor started while she was pregnant? If so, it would make sense why they tolerated it to prevent another miscarriage. Oh, that I did not know. That I did not know. Thank you so much for the super chat and for that tea. Let's chat. Tony said she sent an email to Bravo after the last reunion once she saw what happened. What did she say in the email, Tony? Harmony Yvette said, I agree with the friend contract. Jade Gossett said, because she's not leaving. Order steps. Oh, thank you, Jajayi. Porshecula said, Monique should be afraid of the get back Giselle is planning if she ever decided to come back. That's another reason why she has to come back. I'm telling you, where they left this season, it's so much heat. It's so much heat. These ladies will deliver an even greater season 6. So that's why I'm like, I need to see all of them back. I don't want to see a new person. I don't want to see a new friend unless it's Gigi. Listen, it's entertainment. But if that doesn't happen, I feel like season 6 will just be blah, very blah, very, very blah, because for us, the show became interesting with all of the women this season. So you can't come back a new season and act like that last season didn't happen and give us all these new ladies. I don't feel like it. Model Genius said, did Teresa Giudice become a friend after her physical altercation? Absolutely not. You know the rules are different for the white girls. No, they didn't. Listen, I will say this. The rules are different for white women, but also Teresa was a lead. Teresa has been a lead of that show since day one. Portia became a friend of the show, but she was not a lead. She was a main cast member, but she wasn't a lead. Now, I will say the white women at Bravo on the house, white people in general at Bravo do not have the same rules as the black people at Bravo on the shows. However, Nene could have threw Andy across the stage and still come back and not be a friend of the show. There's just, some people are just popular and can do different things. But who couldn't have thrown Andy? Sheree couldn't have thrown Andy across the stage and, be a main cast member. Nene could. We got a super chat. Where the money resides, where the money resides. NTR said, seems like negotiation for a family style show because Monique essentially pitched how crazy her family is in an interview she did with bloggers. See, this is the thing. They can't go family. Thank you, NTR. Thank you for that. I think that's a great perspective. I just feel like a family show. I'm going to be real. They're better messy. Monique and Big Boy and T'Challa, and they have a great family, right? Beautiful children. Looks like the both of them. But they showed up and showed out this reunion. They were very messy. And it was interesting to watch. I don't know if you could go from that to a family show and keep the same audience. Decon T. You think Teresa got a friend contract? I don't know. She's been the lead of Jersey since she flipped that table. Remember, Carolyn Manzo. She was the lead of the show. They were treating her like she was the mob boss over all them broads. When Teresa flipped that table, prostitution, she became a lead. She got over Carolyn. There was no more supporting cast. It was Teresa and the girls because she delivered. When she flipped that table, that prostitution, they were like, oh no, we're making her the lead. And I think that's when her and Carolyn Manzo started to have problems because they was all family. We're family. They was all family till Teresa flipped that table and became a fan favorite. Lisa Morris 1966 said, I felt like Chris was trying to act like he stands by his wife through thick and thin. Absolutely. I don't think it was acting. I think that that's how he really felt. I made was him and Monique putting it on. Absolutely. Everybody else was. Guys, I'm telling you, you are not the same person you are outside of cameras. When I don't care who you are, when a camera gets in front of your face, it's lights, camera, action. You are always playing an elevated version of yourself. I think everybody did that. I like he's absolutely sticking with his wife through thick and thin, as he should, as a husband. Um, but the theatrics, bravissimo. That crying got me. Model Genius said, I'd be more afraid of getting lost in that funhouse decor Giselle has strewn around her house. Decontico said, I don't think Chris wants anything to do with the show. Absolutely agree. Chris didn't want anything to do with the show from jump. Monique wanted to be on the show, so he went with it. But I don't think any of the husbands want to be a part of the show. SCP said, you must have missed Giselle bringing up the traitor in her confessional when Chris went to everybody to ask did they say something. Everybody said no, except Giselle. You missed where I talked about her talking about that. I said she did. But remember, in the beginning, in the early footage, she was saying to Robin, why did he say that to me? Like, why did he bring that up? This rumor has been, or this storyline has been trying to get on the show for 3 years and nobody ever talked about it. Giselle Ben disliked Monique. She never brought it up. I think somebody, I forget who said it, but somebody in here said that they think that the ladies didn't bring it up because they didn't want Monique to have a miscarriage again, which I think they all respected that, right? But we have to be real. Chris and Monique talked about this rumor on the show. So to stand there and act like everybody on this show was plotting against you when you introduced it on camera, that's the thing. I don't care what everybody was saying off camera, behind the scenes. That's not my concern. I'm watching the show. If it's not on the show, keep it on the playground, right? This was on the show. Chris mentioned it to Giselle in her first scene that she filmed with Monique. He mentioned it on camera. How was that Giselle's fault? Okay. Samantha, no, she can go. She definitely doesn't need to be rewarded for her sociopathic behavior. You know what? I will say this, right? Chris was doing all that crying about his child seeing uh, all of this, mess that the ladies brought to the show concerning his family, his wife. His kids are going to grow up and see that. But Chris, why did you overlook the fact that your kids, your son, is also going to see his sociopath mother crack a woman's skull open while lifting her off the ground by her wig, then running around being, stopped by people and trying to dodge them and get around them and screaming at the top of her lungs that she's going to kill her? Wouldn't that affect your son as well? Like, you can't pick and choose. That's my thing. You can't pick and choose. If you're gonna call that out, you got to call that out. But they're never responsible for anything. It's always somebody else. They don't ever do nothing wrong. Sociopath couple, child. Monique King said, but had to give a full disclaimer for Monique's violence. Bailey Yet said, I think she really did quit, but I think Chris made her do it. Probably. Guys, he never wanted to be a part of the show. Remember, we would never see Chris unless he was in the kitchen getting something to eat or, saying hi to the kids and leaving. We barely got him on the show. I think he started warming up to the cameras in later seasons. This is the most comfortable he's ever been on camera. But he never wanted to be a part of the show. And again, they said they don't need the money, so why do it? I think if anything, I think a lot of these people, not a lot, but a few, don't need the money, but they need the press. You know what I mean? I think that it's for Monique's mental health and, for her marriage, if this is that important to, like, that it would harm her marriage, smart to leave this show. But for your brand, for Not for Lazy Moms, the podcast, I think it's not a wise decision to leave this 1 hour commercial for your business. That's just me. Like, you can have all the money in the world, but you need the press. You need the press, especially when you're trying to sell something in entertainment. Pepe said Monique stated that she got a full-time contract, but decided not to return after watching part 3. She also says she wouldn't come back. We'll see, I guess. That's the thing. I will say this. From what I know and from what I have seen play out, child, never believe these women concerning their contracts. Never believe them for 1 second. They are negotiating. I remember a situation with a certain housewife from one of these shows, and they were, going all around doing press, talking to anybody who will listen, saying that they quit the show. They were fired, baby. But the way this person was talking, we went our separate ways. We decided to leave. I just didn't feel like it was good for me, and I didn't want to. Fired. And that was like, it wasn't a show you think I'm talking about. It was another show that you would be surprised that I know about. But fired. And how I know that the person who fired her was just like, she's clearly lying, but what do I care? Like, it's like, this is business. This is what we do. That's not what happened. But it is what it is. Like, these housewives, I'm telling y'all, this is why I always tell y'all, don't get invested. Do not get invested in these women. You have no idea who they are. There's a particular housewife that has so many stands and fans, and all she does is lie to y'all about her situation. It is all a facade. They be lying, guys. This is reality TV. They are crafting a storyline for you to watch. This is entertainment. Do not get invested, because what you think you know, I'm telling you, you have no idea. Everything that you think you know, just know it's the opposite. It's the opposite of what you think you know. Trust and believe. Now, I'll be very honest with you. I had one contact for Potomac. They are no longer work on the show, so I don't really have the insider tea that I need to make, to make a decision about whether or not I think she was fired or not. But what I do know, you know what, I could, if I wanted to get, I've been lazy. I've been lazy on my insider tea. I have. I'll admit that. But we've been in a global pandemic, okay? And I've been trying to keep it together. But from past seasons, what I do know, none of it is what you think it is. That's why a lot of times the ladies get frustrated and they're just like, we're just making a TV show. Don't believe everything you see on TV. But that's the thing. When you get up here and you are using your name and you are using your image, even though you no longer own it and somebody else is crafting that for you, you're still playing it. You know what I mean? Like, you're still showing up to, the performance. So you can't really get mad at the show when you're still signing up to participate. But I will say this, when they say it's just TV, it's just for entertainment, it's not what you think. A lot of stuff was kept out. You missed a lot. It was edited this way. This was a storyline. Believe them, because they're telling you the God's honest truth. No, Missy, I can't. I told y'all, I told something, and my contact was watching my live. They lit my phone up while I was on the live. And if you go back and see that live, I looked at my phone and I was just like, I gotta stop talking. Child, I have learned a valuable lesson. They lit me up. They was like, I'm still working on this show. You doing all this damn talking, Nikki. Oh, you know what? KSHA GH, in the words of Candace Dillard, go to hell. Go to hell. You will not be in here anymore. You are blocked. The devil is a liar. Not in here. Go to hell. What were we talking about? We're not doing that. We're not doing racism. We're not doing sexism. We're not doing transphobia. We're not doing homophobia. None of that. Y'all can go to another channel and do that. That's what we're not going to do. Go to hell. Anyway, where was I at? Oh, let me go to Yon. Wait, let me see what she said. Oh, what the Jonas said, Monique revealed that I can't, you know what? Hold on. I can't believe that so many of you are so hateful and transphobic. Like y'all y'all just volunteer to hate. Nobody be asking for it. And y'all just volunteer to hate. Ugly. Jonas said Monique revealed that Bravo cut Giselle cussing and yelling F you loudly to Chris Samuels while crying. Bravo cut that out to show Giselle in a good light. I can believe that. She was on the first lady was doing a lot of cussing. A lot of cussing. It was like, oh, even Chris was like, oh, they gotta come back. Where they're at. I want Monique and Chris like this. I want them like this. I don't want them, oh, everything is fine. We don't have no issues over here. I want them like this. They overperformed at this reunion. Supernatural Goddess said he misspoke by saying Bruce. He used a terrible example of saying if he was a woman, he would XYZ. Still questionable. My husband's brain doesn't even fathom harming a woman. You know what, Supernatural Goddess? I will say he misspoke if he didn't say it twice. He said it twice. And I was just like, oh, so you know what you're saying. You know what you're saying. For Shekel, you don't even need to see it. It was just a very ugly transphobic comment. Like, for what? For what? I just don't understand that. I don't understand you hating on people you do not know. Like, why are you minding somebody else's business and hating on them? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, Jonas said Chris Samuels wanted to remind Giselle, I know what you have been up to vaguely. Giselle said it in her confessional. What did he say to her that had me howling? He was like, I think it was when everybody was, when he was trying to see who brought the rumor to the show or the plot or whatever. Did you plot on my son? Who did he say? Candace, did you plot on my son? Okay. Robin, did you plot on my son? I'm saving the best for last. Giselle. Like, he was ready for her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He was ready for Giselle. Gina said, Nikki told us about being like that. Bye-bye. That's right. That's right. We are not doing that. Not over here. Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance for hate. Now, we will roast. We will be shady. We will be messy. Hate, you're done. You're done. And the way I reported you, YouTube going to take down your whole channel. We won't do that here. Queen Cascade said if Monique was really done, she would have gone after Andy in the network, but she hasn't in an interview, if you listen carefully to what she said. Because she might be done on a show, but I don't think she wants to be done with the network. You know, this is the thing. Unlike Nene, you don't want to burn bridges like that, right? Because Bravo is a network that is owned by a huge network, which is NBC. You don't want to burn bridges over there, right? So you leave, you make it about the women. You don't burn the show. You don't burn the execs. You don't do none of that because you don't want to not be able to have relationships or business with the big network, their sister networks. You just don't want to do that. If you're smart, you don't do that. So that might be what she's doing, which is smart. Make it about the women. Don't make it about the show. Jay said, any thoughts on Jamal? No, I just think that, listen, for what he's trying to do, the where he's trying to go, he's using this platform to, bring him to another audience. I don't think that he is going to leave Giselle. I don't think Giselle is going to let him go because it's a good relationship for her. Here's why. She is a housewife now that has some kind of husband. She's not the single girl on the show. She's also back with her kid's father, whether, they like the situation or not. To her, she feels like she has her home back, right? And for him, she's a better woman to be with because she comes with such a huge platform. So it's a win-win for the both of them. I think we'll definitely see more of him next season, especially when he pulled that stunt going on live, addressing Monique. Child, we need a house husband show. We really, really do, because these husbands are messier than the women. Tahara said Giselle was quiet after that binder situation. Quiet and hurt. That's why the only thing that she could say to Chris was F you. Because their wife got her together. That was a great opener. Woo, that reunion was a great opener. Oh my goodness. Bailey at one. I hated to laugh at that. I felt so bad laughing at that. But Bailey at one said, she said, why is this big mother effer even here? Listen, the way I rolled off of my bed when she said that, I was like, oh, Giselle is hurt. Because, guys, we've never seen Giselle like this. We have never seen Giselle get out of her little, that role that she plays. We've never seen her get like this, but she got like that this reunion. Misty, I am so glad that Ron Dixon is not here. What is he going to do besides tell you to shut up? Let's be real. Chris Samuels could beat all them people up. All them husbands, Andy, production, John Henry could take them all on. Like, Juan wasn't going to do nothing. He wasn't going to do nothing. Let's be real. Oh, the Imagine 91. I know that. I'm just talking about, the first lady. She is a first, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just joking about that. But, when you are dating a pastor, you have to hold yourself a certain way. Jade, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Giselle admitted to. It's Kima said, it's like when I watched 90 Day. Rebecca happened to get the good news while filming. I'm not a fool. Yeah. Mr. Shakalaki, hey, Giselle was so nasty. She was calling him all kind of horrible names. Now, if he would have cussed her, slammed her out, he would have been wrong, shaking my head. She was very nasty. Which is why I was surprised that Monique didn't get her right away. Like, she got a couple cuss words out, a couple names out towards Chris before coming for her. Misty Winter said Juan or the bodyguard couldn't take Chris. Misty, Juan, and the bodyguard couldn't take Chris. Mr. Shakalaki said Giselle can do whatever she wants to do at Bravo because she is a fave. That's very true. But you know who's on her heels? Wendy. Word on the street is Bravo loves themselves some Wendy. Out of all of them, she might be the one out of Potomac that gets a spinoff. They love her family dynamic. They love Wendy. B said, we need to talk about how Robin doesn't know how to read. She gets flustered, yes, and just says, shut up, or screams for Juan Dixon. That's what was happening. Giselle was just upset, so she just started screaming for Juan and looked crazy. I know there had to be more to that conversation because the way they edited that Juan Dixon thing, Giselle just looked nuts. It just looked like she was yelling out into the void. I'm so glad. What are you doing? Oh, gosh. Oh, I did? Thank you so much. They said I missed a super chat. Thank you, Model Genius. Model Genius, I'm so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now. Tiara, Thank you for the super chat, Model Genius. Tiara, yes. Hurt people, hurt people. I don't care what nobody say. He cleared her with that line. Hurt people, hurt people. Get some help. In a way, everybody on the stage was like, ooh, this was such a good reunion. Hurt people, hurt people. Get some help. So many gems. Hurt people, get some help. I play chess, not checkers. What's the other one? I'm so glad that Juan Dixon is not here. Is Jamal coming? Of course not. So many gems. So many gems. Past the holy whore. Bravo! They delivered. The editing was on point. The ladies were on point. The read, the shade, the production quality, the looks. Aside from a few dresses, they showed up. And you know what? I actually followed the lady who made Wendy's dresses. I don't know if she made Wendy's dress in the dark or under duress. I don't know what happened, but her dresses don't be looking like that. We gotta where the money resides, where the money resides. From Mackie. Hey, baby. Mackie said Giselle is the opposite of what First Lady is and does. There's no way Jamal is seriously reconciling with her. It was all for show, and that backfired royally. I think, and this is just, I don't know if this is true at all. This is what I'm assuming. I think that he's trying to make his way out of being a full-time pastor. I think he wants to go on and be like a reality TV star. And because remember, he had a failed reality TV show back in the day called The Real Preachers of LA or something like that. The Real Preachers of Atlanta, something like that. It was one of those locations. So I'm thinking he's trying to become like a motivational speaker, a pastor to celebrities, which is, very lucrative. I think he's also trying to be, just a full-time bookseller and a full-time author and a full-time reality star. I can see him moving into that because I've seen him all over, TV, social media, doing everything but leading the flock at his church. So I see him using this as a way to step into a new life for him. Mr. Chocolati said, "Why does Robin think that Big Chris is scared of Juan? LOL. He may be cricket, but that's it." Yona said, "Can Andy explain how Monique got advice from her quack lawyer while she is not in jail? Make it make sense." I didn't get that part. I'm just like, was she not supposed to hire a defense attorney? What? The only thing that messed her up, I was like, Monique, don't give him no ammo. But they didn't use it against her when she said that her lawyer was the best like criminal defense lawyer. I was like, why'd you give them the word criminal? They trying to make you everything. You know what I mean? They trying to make you a criminal. They trying to make you a serial killer and violent and all this stuff. Don't give them no more T, no more words to use against you. D. Conti said Chris S came through with all his rehearsed reads. Oh, he was ready. Chris came, him and Monique, they were rehearsing and practicing in that home. I guarantee you T'Challa can probably read the reads back if you let him speak. Chris S came through with all his rehearsed reads. He didn't come to play. But none of those women. Not at all. Not at all. And he was still trying to, even though him and Chris, White Chris, made up, he was still trying to get into it with him. He was just like, you was attacking my wife. You were coming for my wife. He was like, I was talking to you. No, man, that's okay. I forgive you. But I saw that you was coming for my wife. They just see the world so different. So different. I'm like, Chris, he was clearly talking to you. He was clearly talking to you, but they just see a totally different world than we see. But I would love to see a show with those husbands. Pseudo chick said the house husbands would need serious security. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Can you imagine Michael's confessionals? Oh my goodness. They would all be about Juan. Anime said Candace calling Monique's lawyer a quack is crazy. That's what lawyers do, boo. Absolutely. I'm like, quack lawyer or genius lawyer. Mr. Chocolati, I wish Juan and Michael were there. I wish. I wish. Baba said, I'm sorry to change the subject, but do you have your eyes on any new shows you want to review? I would love for you to do a reaction to next year's Eurovision. What's that? What's that, Baba? I am looking to do yeah, Baba, let me know what that show is. I am looking to do new shows. I'm gonna check out Married at First Sight. You guys have been trying to get me to do that for a long time. And y'all never steer me wrong, so I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm excited about Drag Race. Y'all know I used to do that off and on. I'm excited about that. I'm going to start reviewing that Friday. Yeah, I'm definitely reviewing The Bachelor. I'm excited about that. I don't know of any new shows, any new reality TV shows. The only reason why I don't do any Netflix shows is because not everybody has Netflix, and they all come out at the same time. So it would be like there wouldn't be any space for us to really have a conversation because we've watched the whole season by the time you get to a review. You know what I mean? So it's so much that we have to talk about. Oh my goodness. I'm not reviewing this show, but guys, if you I think it comes on HBO, if you have HBO or maybe Showtime, one of them, you have to watch Your Honor. It's starring, is it John Krasinski? It's not John Krasinski. Your Honor. Your Honor. What is it called? Your Honor. Bryan Cranston. It's on Showtime. It is good. It is good. It's on Showtime. If you can watch it, get into it. I wish I would have started reviewing that show because it's a really good one. I'm going to get back into reviewing scripted shows because I know some of you guys like that as well. Next year, I am going to be doing like, different content. So for the first month of January, NikkiStar TV is going to look a little different. What I'm going to be doing is just giving you different stuff to see what sticks. Let your girl know what you like or what you do not like. I am not above a critique, okay? Because this is my channel, but you all craft it as well. We're in this together, Star Family. So let your girl know what you like or what you do not like, because it's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. Mackie, thank you so much for Where the Money Resides. Where the Money Resides super chat. Mackie says, please check out Bell Collective. That's another one I'm going to be checking out. Bell Collective. I'm excited for that one on OWN. It's based out of Jackson, Mississippi, my hometown. Hey, I'm definitely going to be checking that one out too. Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of new stuff coming. And outside of reviews, there will be other things as well. So stay tuned for that. Again, let me know what you like or what you dislike, because this is for all of us. So again, I'm not above critique. Summer says, same y'all saying, Giselle was going to call him a Bubba Gump next. She was just, she has so many names that she was calling him. I was like, oh, oh. It's Kima said Juan was there with his babe Michael. Y'all are messy. Michael would have been rubbing Juan's legs or holding his hand. He probably would have proposed. The way Ashley handled that, I will give it to Ashley, right? Because she was playing it off. Oh no, because Juan said last season that they were gonna, take a boys trip. Girl, you see it. You see it. You see it, but secure the bag. I don't know what your end game is. I do not know. I thought I knew what Ashley was doing in this, but I'm just like, you were getting played by an elderly man. Not in my 30s. Not in my 30s. Ain't no elderly man playing me. Hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hell no. Over here crying to my girlfriends about a 72-year-old man. Who? Not in your 30s? Girl, were you so tight and juicy? You crazy. You crazy. Yes, poor Shekela. Your Honor is so good. It's so good. Oh, Salima. Hey, Salima. Salima said, Eurovision is a beautiful pop music insanity. It's a musical pageant for all of Europe. Ooh, what network does it come on? That's interesting because I do like my subscribers who are, not American. Let me know what's a popular show that you think I should get into and that you think, we all would enjoy. I would definitely review it. Nashika, Nashika, I don't know why I always have to say your full name. I don't know why. Nashika Jordan said, I'm curious. How do the contracts work? How do the contracts work that allow them to quit mid-season like Tinsley or leave just before a season starts like Bethany or allows them not to come to a reunion? Do you know? Here's how they work. So look at me rolling up my sleeves because I'm about to get into it. So here's how they work. Right before, I think around episode like part 2 of the reunion, contracts negotiations start. So this is why you have a lot of ladies like right before the third reunion or right after writing their posts about not coming back, or or saying their posts about excited to see you all next season. Even though they're doing that, that still doesn't mean they're not coming back or that they are coming back. They're negotiating at this point. Contracts go out, but contracts go out back and forth because the contracts have to go through your agent and they have to go through your lawyer. So a lot of times they are negotiating for weeks, sometimes months, which is why Nene, I think her last season, she didn't come on until halfway through the season. And when she did, her episodes were very short. Her appearances were very short because the broad was still negotiating her contract right up until they started filming. And while they were filming, she was still negotiating back and forth. Not smart. I don't know who she's represented by, but that was just not smart to do. So what happens is the network, the production company has no power. This is the network. So the network looks at everybody's performance. They meet with the production team and they're just like, okay, so how was this person on set? Are they a liability? Will they play ball? Okay, let's look at the views for the episodes that they were on. How did they contribute to that? Great, we love this person. No, this person didn't deliver. The production company can say all they want. Oh no, she'll show up next season. If the numbers ain't there, because it's all about money. If the numbers ain't there for the network, they're just like, no, drop her down. If you think she's going to deliver, talk to her, drop her down to friend of the show. Let's introduce this younger, hotter chick who is messier. So that's how they go. So what happens if sometimes the ladies drop down to the friend of the show? Some are okay with it, some are not. So some either accept the friend contract and come back, or you negotiate and you say, well, you want me as a friend of the show, but me and my husband are divorcing and we both are going to allow our kids to be on the show. So not only, sad to say, so not only are you going to film me going through a divorce, you're going to be able to film my children going through the divorce. And when you say that to the network, they go, oh, really? Children's hearts breaking. You know what I mean? It's very, juicier. Or I'm not saying that this is something that Brownwood is pulling, but when you are on the chopping block and you say something like, well, I'm going through an identity change this year. I realized that I no longer want to be married to a man and I am a lesbian. So I'm going to explore that next season. That stuff is interesting. Even if you're negotiating and what your performance that episode or this season did not do too well with the network, if you have something juicy, they'll be like, well, okay, because I guarantee you Bronwyn was on the chopping block. Let's I don't got no context over there. I'm just going off of what I know from these shows or what I know from the industry. Bronwyn was boring. She was dry boots. All this stuff that she is doing, I'm not saying that this is not who she is. I am not saying that this is not this woman's identity. But the fact that TMZ is constantly reporting on this woman, the fact that she is posting all of this stuff, we got videos from her daughters, her kids, they all saying stuff. She is in the press every freaking moment. She's coming back. She's coming back because that is going to be explored in depth on the show. They already got contracts with her and her kids. They already got the kids on the show. They don't be signing, networks for one season. They lock you in for seasons. They let you know if they want you to come back for another season. So that's what they do. There are ladies who already know that they're just going to, from how they performed, they already know that they're going to come back next season. Like, we haven't even gotten halfway through Atlanta. Portia's coming back. I can tell you that right now. Portia's coming back, probably at a higher rate. It's just how it happens. If you don't perform, even if you're well liked, if you do not perform, your money changes, the episodes that you appear in changes, and the negotiation changes. Back in the day, whatever Nene wanted, she could get. She just wasn't performing like she used to. So the network is just like, why am I giving you this money if you're not showing up? The network only makes money if brands, if corporations want to buy commercials during their episode. So their thing is, if Nabisco, if Kellogg's don't want to put their commercials in between your show, then we got a problem, because Target is going to pay us 10 million per episode because they have it. You know what I mean? Walmart is going to give us 6. Nabisco going to give us 8. If Nabisco is watching the show, because every corporation, every company, every brand has somebody watching these shows, watching the shows that their commercials appear in, and they all have to report back to the executives of that corporation, of that brand, to let them know the content that their commercial is being played in between. So that's how they know the community that their commercial is reaching to, the age their commercial is reaching to, and what people are tuning in to watch on this show. So if Nabisco is watching this, Nabisco and Target, that's 18 million right there. If they're watching the show and they're just like, this isn't good. Like, what are they talking about? Why are they fighting? Why are they doing this? Now they no longer want to pay what they've been paying, because they're not interested in this. They're looking at the freaking views that the show is getting, and they're saying, we were giving you 8 million, we were giving you 10 million when y'all were bringing in a guaranteed 3 million viewers an episode. Now y'all bringing in 1.2, sometimes 2. Why am I still paying you $10 million? So that's when a network is just like, well, somebody got to get cut or somebody got to give more, because we have to get back here. It's all about money. It doesn't matter who you like the most. It doesn't matter who is your favorite, who you think is funny. If they are not giving a season that guarantees these corporations giving the network money to play their commercials in between the episode, your girl gonna go. Your girl gonna go, which is why I think that Monique is negotiating right now. I don't think she's really off the show, because they want her on. Her and Candace are not going anywhere. They are responsible for Potomac's most explosive season. They are going to get them broads back on this show by any means necessary. Only way they won't get Monique on the show is if she decides to walk away. But I guarantee you they're going to give her whatever she wants. She may be mad at the friend contract, but that's what happens. When you break the contract, you don't get everything that you want. Like when they have girls trips and all that stuff, y'all think that people just want to, y'all think that they're just making trips and events. No, you sit down with a story producer as a cast member on this show and you say, this is what I have going on. So the network budgets and what they're going to pay for, what they're going to go half on, where they're going to fly to film all the stuff that you are doing. If you cancel something or if you don't show up to something, that messes up your money, because you're not playing ball, you're wasting the network's time. So even if you are liked and you're popular, you got all this huge fan base, you also have to show up to work and deliver. The Grand Dame ain't going nowhere. She delivered. She delivered and she played ball. Candace and Monique are not going anywhere. I know Candace is going to stay on the show. She can pull that bluff and pull that card and say, oh, if you let her back on the show, I'm not coming. Girl, you're not leaving that check. You are not leaving that check, especially with the bonus they're giving you for getting your skull cracked. Mama, please. You're not going anywhere. If Monique don't need this little check that's now going to be a big check because her and her husband showed up and delivered on this show, if she walks away, it's because she wanted to walk away. But the fact that it has not been clearly said, we have not seen a statement from her on her site. We haven't heard her talked about it on Not for Lazy Moms, and we have not seen her post anything on Instagram. I don't believe that woman is leaving. I think she's negotiating. They all do this, even up to filming. There was one lady, not the one I was just talking about. There's another housewife or, a character on one of these shows, and she was negotiating all the way up until she arrived to set. The producers were waiting for her lawyer to finish a conversation with the network before she stepped on set. But she arrived to set. She said, "I'm here, but I'm not getting it. But I'm not showing up. I'm not walking to set or getting on that set until my contract is fulfilled." And that contract got fulfilled, and that broad walked up on set. I was like, boss move, because she knew what she could bring to the show. She knew that she could deliver, and she knew that she was going to give that show views like she did every time. Homegirl showed up to set and sat in their car and said, "I'm here. I'm ready to film, but I'm not getting out until my contract is fulfilled." I said, "Work, mama." I was so proud. I said, it was a sister too. I said, work. And when her contract was fulfilled, she got out, she did the scene, killed it, and left. Know your worth. But that's essentially how they work. Like it doesn't matter what you guys think or how you guys feel. Because I see a lot of people saying, if this person doesn't come back, I'm not watching the show. You're one eye. You're one eye. You're one household. If you leave and there's still 2.3 million showing up, it doesn't matter. It got to be at least 1 million of y'all saying that you're not coming back to the show and actually don't come back to the show. Then there will be, a different way for that broad to network. Outside of that, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. That was a lot, but I hope that helped you understand a bit more. Wendy is coming back. Oh, Wendy is coming back. They love her. Wendy trying to get a spinoff. Girl, please. Wendy will definitely have a spinoff within like 2 seasons or so. SCP said, people keep on saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be gone if boring OC and the other boring housewives are still on. I'm going to be real with y'all. OC not going nowhere. OC and Below Deck, Mediterranean of all shows are not going anywhere. They are cash cows for this network. Now, will the ladies change? Absolutely. Will the money change? Absolutely. But that show ain't going nowhere. Oh, I love Portia. I love Katie. I want Katie to come back, but I want Katie to be well. JJE said, Nikki, if the networks love Wendy, do you think Giselle will team up or go against her for her viability? Probably. But if I was her, I wouldn't do it, especially with the colorism conversation going on this show. If I was her, I would not do it because it just won't go well for her. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Mrs. Shakalaki. I think they offer her a friend contract as well. I'm like, I think she's negotiating. If I was you guys, I would not believe it until she posts an Instagram comment about it. That's how they all let you know. I would, until she says that, I wouldn't believe it. Oh, Miss Brown Sugar, I'm so sorry. That's why I always wait for about 10 minutes in my reviews in hopes that it gets out to everybody in time. Oh no, Mr. Shakalaki, I was not talking about Robin. So yeah, that's why I wait, Miss Brown Sugar, because sometimes like YouTube takes a while to notify me that I'm doing a live. Yeah, Zab Southern Girl, Andy is shady to all of them because he can be. Because he can be. Also, Eurovision is like, is that like an American Idol? Yona said, Nikki, do you think that Andy was being biased? He was shading Monique all the time and was throwing a dig in every chance. No, I don't. I don't think that Andy was being biased. I think Andy got annoyed with Monique. One, because she would not show any remorse to Candace. I also think that he was annoyed with her after she said this little check. He said, no, this little check don't mean nothing. My husband has, I don't know, she said investments on his income, something she said. Basically, he didn't like the fact that she was not needing of this show, or needing of his approval or playing by his rules. He didn't like that. So he got annoyed. And he, dug into that behind. I am going to keep my thoughts about Wonder Woman 1984 to myself. Here is why. Women don't get many opportunities in this industry. And so, whether I liked it or disliked it, will not be put out there, just because I feel like even if you didn't enjoy it, I think the hate on that movie is a little extra because it's a woman. So I'm just going to hold my critique to myself, because we all know that, if a lot of people don't like, thankfully there's going to be a Wonder Woman 3. But we all know that women don't get a lot of opportunities, and that, this could be the end of Patty Jenkins' career. So, I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. But, go see it. Go see it. I will say this. My favorite so far is the first one. My favorite out of the Wonder Woman movies that we have is the first one. So, yeah. Do y'all know about the Hilaria Baldwin fiasco? I've been laughing at that for days. You know what? JB says what? I might give the Real Housewives of Dallas a try. Here's the thing. I haven't watched any previous episodes. So, y'all going to have to help me with it. Y'all going to have to help me with it. If y'all could let me know what Eurovision, what network it's on, I'll watch it. You know what? Another thing, I don't think that, thank you, Priscilla. I don't think that Giselle will go too hard on Wendy, because they're both AKAs. Now, she did say that was the reason why she even gave her such an easy time, because they're, sisters and sorority sisters. Oh God, do you guys think that New York is not New York, New Jersey is going to be good? I am not looking forward to New Jersey, but y'all know I'm loyal to these housewives, so I will be reviewing New Jersey, even if y'all don't watch it, because y'all don't watch Orange County, but I still review it. Simply Simone said, Real Housewives of Atlanta is already renewed for season 14. Whoever comes back is on the table right now. Yeah, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, guys, is not going anywhere. It's now the girls may. The cast next season may look a little different, but Atlanta is not going anywhere. Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Below Deck, they will be on that network for ages. Oh, you're welcome, Vodka with 3 olives. Vodka with 3 olives said, thank you for that explanation, but since this is the case, why is Robin still around and not a ghost of Christmas past? Because you always need a Cynthia. You always need a safe, neutral friend. You always need that one who is not in the mess, but will, take the mess back, or play the resolution friend, the one who wants to get the girls together. You always need that character. Although Robin may be boring to a lot of people, her character is very important to this cast, or any cast of Real Housewives. You always need that character who is just like, who is not really in any kind of beef. We'll get into a little something, but she moves on from a lot of beefs real easily. And she's always just like, guys, I don't want us to be like this. Can we all get together? Just like the Grand Dame is not going anywhere, because you always need that mother figure on the show. You need a shady character which is Giselle. You need the prim and proper Southern Belle, just that character, that very well taken care of Southern Belle, not just Southern Belle, but you know what I mean, the privileged taken care of girl, which is a Candace. Then you always need the one that married a wealthy man and married into money, new money, you know what I mean? She didn't have any money until she got with him. He's an older gentleman. Like we have that character on every show. That's the role that Ashley fits in. And then you need the educated, uppity, snooty queen, Wendy. And then you need the one who got the hands in the mouth, Monique. Oh, Zab, Southern girl, you don't think she was offered a contract? I think that I don't know. I'm just thinking network. As an executive, it'd be foolish of you to cut Monique. Foolish. After the performance she gave at this reunion, her renewal should only be based on this character she showed at the reunion. If she does not deliver this character on season 6, absolutely cut her. But from what her and Chris delivered, you'd be foolish to let them walk away. And the conversation that they kept up on social media, people were talking about them on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. They'd be foolish to let that woman get away. Foolish, because that's just money. They don't care that she beat Candace up. The network is not, the production company. They are not your friends, especially the network. This is just money to them. Y'all numbers. Y'all are numbers to them. They do not care. Candace getting her skull cracked by Monique does not matter to them. They want to see the views from that episode. That's what matters. But they won't. Mr. Shakalaki, Candace and Monique do deserve to sit down next season. Baby, they're going to be the highest paid. They're going to be the highest paid. They delivered. Yep. Let them know, Baba. Simply Simone said, I believe you on that. Potomac needs Monique and Candace. If she doesn't come back for season 6, we may see her and Candace make a truce because they know what the show needs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on. See, Simply Simone, you know what's going on. They be making them fake truces, don't like each other, but the network got them together and said, listen, we want you on the show. What do you want? What do you want? Perfect. All you have to do is make up with her because we need to put out that you guys have made up. We need to let the viewers know there won't be any of this fighting, but you will deliver the same kind of intensity, but it won't be that fighting because they're not VH1, so they can't back that up. This is what I love about VH1. VH1 knows their gutter and they back it up. They stand in the gutterness. Bravo tries to act like they're above it, but they're not. They're not. So they have to put that out. We don't condone violence, but we sure as hell will make a buttload of money off of it. Yeah, I would love to see Katie back. She was good. Yeah, absolutely, Samantha. Samantha said Robin is very neutral. She rides for her friend Giselle, but she was very much willing to give Mo another chance. It was everything Monique did after that made these women pause. Absolutely. That's very, very true, Jade. I agree with that as well. Jade said, I believe Monique got a contract. She just knew her life would be fair game due to them exposing Chris. Due to them exposing Chris brought it up first. Summer said, if they do a sit down, Candace better negotiate a check to pay off her new mortgage. Don't be no fool. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They need the both of them. It will not be the same. They won't get the same views. They will not get the same views if the both of them don't show up. Guys, after what we saw, ain't no way we not showing up, especially for the first episode of season 6. Ain't no way we not showing up. We need to see what the aftermath was, okay? We tuning in because we want to see Giselle. We want to see what she going to do to Monique. We want to see how Monique is going to back that up. We want to see how Monique and Candace are going to interact in the same, in the same group setting with the ladies. We want to see if Candace and the Grand Dame can make it work, or is it going to be or is it going to be Monique and the Grand Dame against the rest of the group? We're going to see Wendy. Now she's introduced colorism on the show. Now that's going to be a hot button topic that's going to have all of Black Twitter going crazy. This cast together is going to be epic. They have proven it, right? When you destroy this thing that they have built, when you take one person out of it, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, because then you're going to bring new people in and we're starting all over again. But we've already gotten to a high ratings place. Why are we messing that up? It'll only be messed up if both of the ladies decide not to come back. Irene, I'm telling you, I watched one episode of Your Honor. I didn't even want to watch it. My sister made me watch it. I was like, all right, I'll give you one episode. And I was watching it while I was eating. Baby, by the end of that first episode, I said to my sister, how many episodes more do we have? Let's watch them all. I watched every episode while packing. It was so good. So good. I think we have four more episodes left, because they release like 3 every week or something like that. However it goes, it's good. I'm telling you guys, highly recommend watching Your Honor. Tony said, but it was off of a fight. What could the storylines be going forward? Giselle's storyline, going after Monique. Monique's storyline could be protecting her family. Her and Chris, now Chris is very involved. It could be protecting her family from Giselle and her antics, and also rebranding herself with the group and coming back. The Grand Dame, her storyline could be her and Giselle going after it. Also, her vow renewal. Also, her repairing her relationship with Candace. Candace's relationship now is a bit. Candace's storyline is a baby, and it's her dealing with the aftermath of her falling out with Monique. Their storyline jointly together, Monique and Candace, could be them repairing this friendship or becoming even greater enemies. Robin don't have a storyline. It's her wedding. That is her storyline. Wendy doesn't have a storyline. Her storyline will probably be the same thing that she was doing this season, which was backing up Candace. Candace is going to need a backup, and that will probably lead into a colorism conversation, which will lead into a race conversation, which is highly important to have. I think they all have a lot that they could bring to season 6, and all of it is from season 5, because we need to know. We need to know what the tea is. And Ashley's storyline is going to be Michael embarrassing her again. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay, Gina Maxie, Your Honor is 10 episodes. Potomac, like, if they deliver what they delivered at the reunion on season 6, if we start from here, that's what I'm saying. If we start from where season 5 left off at the reunion, we got a great season. Oh, Irene, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. Report back. Karen knows how to play the game. Yes, she does, Juanita. Yes, she does. Caitlin, I don't think that Monique will get physical again. I don't think she will. Nashika Jordan said, I like to see them all come back, but if they ice out Monique, how will they do group activities? I don't think they will. I don't think that will let them do that again. I think things got so personal at the reunion that they might be hesitant to play ball. Money will make you do some things. Money will make you do some things. Jonas said, if you want to Cynthia, at least let the... Oh, Jonas, no. We're not going to go there. We're not going to tear down a woman's looks. Yeah, me too, Sly Cat. Sly Cat said, I would like to see Wendy use her TV platform to shine the light on Blacks getting more involved in politics. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Pink Petals. Tihara said Monique is having a live now on YouTube about her new song and video. I think she's going to do well for herself outside of the show. Absolutely. I still think that this show is a good commercial for what she wants to. If you want to do anything in entertainment, or if you want to sell anything to an audience, this kind of stuff is good for you. It really, really is. But again, she don't need the money, so she'll be fine. I know Lisa Morris. I listen. I hope the Grand Diamond Ray can break that curse, but a vow renewal, I'm a little concerned. Tony said, question, Nikki, remember when Portia and I think it was Cynthia on the boat, did it get as much convo in the blogs, etc.? I can't remember. Absolutely not. And I don't know why. That did not get a lot of TV time. It didn't get a lot of, we didn't talk about it a lot. And I don't know why. That was serious. That really was serious. I guess nobody talked about it as much because they made up on the boat. They made up that same day. This issue with Candace and Monique went throughout the whole season, like a whole year, a whole year. But those two made up on a boat, so everybody just moved on. Well, if we're going to drag down a person's beauty by their actions, all these women are ugly then, even the ones y'all like. They've all done some ugly things. Oh, is it? Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was New Year's Eve. I thought it was getting late like that. Yana said, Nikki, what other YouTube reviewers do you watch? Of course, I watch Pokey Daniva. I watch Rodney. Oh, shoot. Just Call Me Why is my fave. If you like 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup, Just Call Me Why. Awesome. Who else do I watch? I think that's pretty much it. The rest of my stuff is beauty YouTubers and DIY YouTubers. But yeah, Folky Daniva, Rodney the Voice, and Just Call Me Why. My faves. I love, 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 love. I watch all of their stuff outside of reviewers. I have a lot of beauty people that I watch because I came to YouTube for like help with like foundation and things like that. So Monroe Still is one of my faves. The Style and Beauty Doctor is another of my faves. Offhand, who else? I keep on forgetting her name, but there's a Korean chef that I can never make anything that she makes, but I just watch her stuff religiously. Religiously. Oh, Just Call Me Why is so good. And my friend Miata, I'm gonna tag her probably in a post or something. If you like Brighterton, the Shonda Rhimes show on Netflix, she does those reviews. So good. So good. Yeah, why is good. Oh, listen. We're not for everybody. There are people who don't watch me, so everybody is not for everybody. Shannon Devan, thank you. Shannon Devan too. Shannon Devan is my girl. Busy Blue. I love Busy Blue. Yeah, but that's about it. Those are the only people I watch like that. Thinking about anybody. Shannon Devan, Busy Blue, Funky, Rodney, and Just Call Me Why. Those are the only reviewers. Yeah, those are my only reviewers. Simply Simone said, how do you feel about fans accusing reviewers of being paid by Monique when they remain neutral, even when they point out how Monique was wrong for fighting? That's just gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. People go rob for the people they like. I'm not saying that doesn't happen because I've seen, and I'm not talking about the reviewers I just mentioned, but I've seen people clearly doing an ad for a certain person or a certain show. It's so clear. I'm like, this is clearly a commercial for this. And it's like, if you're wise enough to figure it out, there you go. That's how much you can trust their opinion. But there are people who are definitely getting paid to do this. There are people that I know about, and there are people who I'm just like, this is an ad. But there I know of a few people who were doing it, and it's just like, all right, good for you. That stuff comes back. I'm telling you, I don't play with darkness. That stuff comes back. That stuff comes back. Jay Gossett said, I really did think Cynthia and Portia was as big because it wasn't leaked to the press and tweets. Yeah, they didn't talk about it. I love that y'all love Wash. She's just such a good person. A really good person. She was one of the first people that welcomed me on YouTube. Wait, was she? Yeah, she was one of the first people that welcomed me on YouTube. Nobody else, like people will watch my stuff, but like nobody would like no other YouTuber would like welcome me in and just like show me the rope. She didn't have to, we didn't even know each other. And she just welcomed me in and she was just so good to me. And the other YouTubers that reached out to me were Shannon Devan and Busy Blue. Only three people. Three people. Nobody else has reached out to me like that. Oh, and Sherelle's World. Sherelle's World as well. Yeah. But Just Call Me Wah is my fave. I love her. Oh, Josh Shanice. I don't know Josh Shanice. So I always said Josh Shanice is a new reviewer. She's a comedian and she's hilarious. I'll check her out. Yes, yes. Anime Meng Chai. I love her. I just watch her. I would just put her on and just watch her. I'm like, I'm never gonna make this stuff, but she's so freaking sweet, and it's just it's very comforting to watch her. I don't know who Jolene Lunder is. Gina, does she do reviews as well? You know what, KT? Does Demetria Lucas still do reviews? I used to watch her bachelorette reviews, and then she just stopped doing them. Jonas said, Nikki, after what happened this reunion, how should Giselle portray herself season 6? That woman has zero supporters, like none. Oh, she does. They all have their little fan base. I think if she continues to play the role she's playing, she'll be fine. She continues to be messy and do all of that stuff. She'll be fine. That's what she's hired for. She is the messy person on the show. Oh, Jimmy, I'm sorry. No, you're not slipping. To be honest with you, we have a lot of people in. You know what I mean? At one point, we had like 300 and something. So the comments just jumped so fast, Jimmy. I'm so sorry. We got what a money resides. What a money resides. Super chat from Missy B2. Missy B2 said, a collab with you and Just Call Me Wah with y'all accent and reenactments would be epic. We were trying to work on something like that, and then the pandemic happened. So hopefully in 2021, we can do something together. But yeah, we've been trying to do something for forever. But, the world fell apart. Now, Jimmy, now I'm specifically looking for your comments, so don't worry. What? Shannon the Man said it does come back. Roll with dogs, get fleas. Stand in light. Freedom, Shan. Jill Informed. Thank you guys. Because I talked about Jill Informed. Jill Informed is another person I watch at Unkind TV. She does great accents. I love her Gina accent. So yeah, I watch them too. Let them know, Shan. Oh, thank you, Shan. Model Genius, do it. Do it. From the year we've had, nothing is predictable, girl. Do it. You have no idea how much your voice can impact people. Somebody is looking for you. Somebody's looking for you to start the channel, start the, website, start, the project or whatever it is. You never know. You never know. Oh, yes. Yes, Shannon the Van. Busy and Jolene do the reviews together. I watch it. I watch it all the time. I watch their stuff all the time. I just never picked up on her name. Oh yes, BB. You love the Korean donuts that she makes. I tried to make her Korean fried chicken in the air fryer. She made this Korean double fried air chicken. She fried it. I don't know how to fry foods. I'm just not good at it. So that's why I got an air fryer. I tried to make it. It was good, but I know that hers was better. I know, and I also made it in an air fryer. I didn't fry it in oil in a pan. She's just, I love her. I just love watching her. Meng Chai. I love watching her. I'm like, I'm never making this, but I'm gonna watch. Oh, my plans. Priscilla said, Nikki, what are your plans for New Year's Eve? My plans are to stay home. Normally, I go to church, but my church has, the church that I go to in Philly has went online. So my family and I are going to order dinner, a nice steak dinner from either Sullivan's or what was the other place we were talking about? It was another place we were talking about in Philly. We're going to get a nice dinner, order that, watch, the New York countdown or whatever. Then we're going to watch our church service and ring in the new year with some Martinellis and go to bed. Like you can't, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Oh, I like It's Rocks too. But my Ashley Miller too. I like her too. She's been like her Atlanta reviews were killing me. But yeah, my faves, Funky, Rodney. I'm trying to see like who do I watch the most. We're going to start with Wah. I watch Wah like every like YouTube notifies me. I'm like, what is Wah doing? Wah, Funky, Shan, Rodney, Busy, and Jolene. Jill Informed and Unkind TV. Those are the ones that I'm like subscribed to because I anything they do I'll watch. But then other people I'm just not subscribed because I'm just like I'm not going to watch everything. And YouTube for me is more of a tutorial. So I like channels like I don't normally come here for entertainment. I have a couple people that I do go to for entertainment and I just name them. But everything else I'm trying to learn something. I'm trying to learn a skill. So I don't want to cloud my feed with just entertainment stuff. I want to make sure I'm still learning from YouTube. So that's the only reason why. But I know their names, so I'll just type them in and be like, what did Ashley say about this? Oh, really? Jill Informed is MIA? She might be. She might be taking a break for the holidays. Yes, Misty, start your channel and promote it here. Let us know. We got to support our Star family. Oh, wait, I got a super chat. I'm sorry. Shannon and Van. Hey, Shan. Shan said, I only super chat positive, folks. Thanks for keeping 2020 positive and light when it could have been so dark. Girl, thank you. Love you for real. Thanks for the support. Love you too, Shan. Love you too. Thank you so much. Cinnamon Toast Ken? Who is that? Oh, check him out. Oh yeah, do it, model genius. Do it, model genius. Do it. Oh, Black Lavender, you're doing pizza and cheesecake for New Year's. Thank you for saying that. We don't have a dessert. We just have a dinner. We need a dessert. What dessert could I do? I have no dessert. I gotta get a dessert. Do I want to? I'm so pied out. I'm so pied out. I have to find something else. I have to find something else. Who? Sherelle? Wait, Juanita said I didn't know Sherelle and Perry are married. Who Perry? Oh yes, Summer. That's New Year's Day. My aunt is actually making a big bowl of big pot of black eyed peas and greens. And I don't know what else she's gonna have, but I know the greens are for the money and the black eyed peas. I don't know what they're for. Positivity? I don't know. Black power? I have no idea, but yeah. My aunt was like, I'm gonna make enough for everybody. I'm like, okay. Because we have it's like a little suite here, so we have a kitchen, but I'm not making no black eyed peas in this suite. Oh, I didn't know Sherelle was married and that her husband has his own channel. That's so cute. All in the family. I love that. So what are y'all doing for y'all New Year's? What are y'all doing? Jay said back in the 70s, a light dessert is an orange sherbet with cheap champagne poured over it. Health. Black eyed peas is for health. Summer, you eating chitlins on your own. My family is from Savannah, Georgia. Like a majority of us migrated to Philly, but we still eat like we are from Savannah, Georgia. And I've never been the one to get into the chitlins. Never. They have tried and tried and tried. I'm the chitterlings. I'm not doing it. Chitlins, back. What is it called? Back fat. Something fat back. Pickled pig's feet. It's something else. Scrapple. I couldn't do it. My grandma was so disappointed. She's like, "You don't want no fat back?" No, I don't. No, I don't. Pork rinds? I don't want no pork rinds. I'm good. Thank you. Oh my God. Top Kisses is another person that I watch by the genius. I have her peach cobbler recipe pinned. I'll never make it, but I have to watch it. Oh, Caitlin said staying at home with the fam and playing Animal Crossing for me. How sweet. How sweet. Yes, hog balls. Yes, Summer. She was like, "You don't want no hog balls, no fat back, no pork rinds, no pickled pig's feet." I'm like, "No, I'll just have water." Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, me too, Sly Cat, watching church. I think I might hop on here after we celebrate because we're not doing anything after to check in on you guys. See what y'all doing. Thank you, JJI, for the where the money resides, where the money resides super chat. Happy New Year's, Nikki, and everyone in the chat. Thanks for making me laugh and your perspective during my maternity leave. Here's to 2021. Thank you. You are so welcome. Yes, here's to 2021. I will say, although it's been a tough year, I'm like not saying I'm like happy for 2021. I am, but I'm going into 2021 expecting. Like I'm expecting greatness. I'm just expecting all things good. I am. I'm looking for it. I'm expecting it. This year has beat up on everybody. I'm not going to do another year like that. I'm not going to get my behind whipped like that again. Oh no, I'm expecting some blessings. Blessings on blessings. Diva can cook. Guys, do you know that Diva can cook is out? Thank you, BBT. Diva can cook is now on the Food Network. She was on I think it was the holiday cake chip, like cake wars, the holiday edition. She's a host now on there. And then I also saw her on OWN doing like a special with chefs talking about their favorite, childhood meal or something like that. Diva Can Cook is getting booked and busy, and I'm so happy. Me too, Deborah. Oh, I need to set heaven tamales. Yes. Go here, Simply Simone. Yeah, I'm so happy for Divas Can Cook. I'm so happy for her. She deserves it. Really? I didn't know Gina Maxey. I didn't. First of all, Sandra Bullock has a sister and she can cook. Okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, started, guys. You have no idea. When I started this network, I had no idea that I would be here. I didn't think that anybody would watch. Look at me now, baby. Hey, Sly Cat. Thank you so much for where the mother resides. Where the mother resides. Super chat. Sly Cat said, Nikki, thank you for being so lighthearted and refreshing. I enjoy watching and laughing along with you. Thank you so much, Sly Cat. I enjoy you. I enjoy your presence here. I enjoy your perspective. Thank you for always joining me. Sly Cat is always on my lives. Thank you so much. Caitlin said, if Monique really does leave, what kind of housewife would you want to replace her? It's going to have to be a housewife with a big personality, and she's also going to have a family that has an even bigger personality. Because Monique gave us her whole family. So that housewife is going to have to do that. She's going to have money, because that's the role that Monique fulfills. She is the richest housewife. So we're going to have a housewife who comes from money, who comes from, like, not comes from money, but has like good money, like the wealthiest one, and that also has a husband that has a lot of prestige and Fed Potter. And also a big personality. Somebody who will go after the girls and won't take no mess. It's Kima started. And share it with us so we can support you. Let's do it, guys. Start it. We are starting it, okay? We are investing into ourselves. KT said, I found your channel back in March when quarantine started. You brought me joy and laughter ever since. KT, thank you. Who, Jay? Are you talking about Monique? Because Monique got the coin. Monique definitely has the coin. But guys, let me get out of here. My pizza is on the way. I hope my sister did not order that pizza when she contacted me, because that's probably cold now, and I do not do microwave pizza. But I just ordered, I got the pickle fries. Remember that menu I saw? I got the pickle fries from there, so I'm gonna try it. Philly, one thing about Philadelphians, anything pickled, we love it. We love sprinkling pickle flavor over everything. Yes, as Kim said, this is 2020, 2021, the year of supporting each other. Absolutely. No, Simply Simone, I don't think that Giselle is going to go after Candace next season. I don't think so. If Monique is there. If not, then she may have to go after her because she won't have anybody. No, she won't. If Monique is back, Giselle will not go after Candace. If the Grand Dame, and she is coming back, and Monique is in there, Giselle is going to set her sights on the Grand Dame. But I think it's going to take two people to be gone for her to go after Candace. JB. Oh, JB says what? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to look over you. Can I promote my small channel? Absolutely. Star Family, promote what you're doing. This is the time. We got 257 people in the room. Promote. Come on, Star Fam. Yes. Yes. I'm not holding back nobody's blessing. Do what you got to do. Yeah, hurry up before I get off of here. Because my pickle fries are on the way. I know. Nicola said gas, no sparkly backdrop. I know. This is a raggedy backdrop right here. This raggedy backdrop. This white just bouncing off. I got to find a different backdrop. But this is where the best lighting is. Keep me in your prayers. Come on, JB. I'm hungry. Are you promoting? Serenity said, I don't know if it's the same thing, but there is there is dill salt. Ooh, and I know people put it on fries. I have something to look into now. Pickle fries. Okay. I know about that, Serenity. Thank you so much. That's what I'm getting, Shannon the Van. Pickle fries and pizza. What a terrible meal. But I'm going to be better in the new year. I have to be. Because I told you guys of my mom's health issues. My sisters and I are joining her on it. And she's been doing really good without us. But, I think it's like the nutritionist said, it's best for everybody in the home to be on this path because it'll be easier for her to stay on it. So I'm going to join her after I get my pickle fries. Yes, thank you, Tony. Simply Simone said, follow me on YouTube and TikTok. How? What's your name, girl? Is it Simply Simone on all platforms? That's the thing, guys. When you promote, if you could put a link in the comments, put a link. If not, let us know your name on all platforms. Me too, Baba. It's so funny to me too that nobody bothers Ashley. She got the same mouth as Candace, if not worse, but nobody bothers her. Shannon Van said, come to Shannon Van on YouTube at 5 p.m. PST for our happy hour New Year's Eve party. PST. Oh darn it, I'm EST. What time is that for me, Shan? Is that 8? Is that 8? If I'm home, absolutely. Because I don't think I'll be home yet. Right? I'm getting my nails done. I gotta wash my clothes because I don't care where, even though I'm not home, everything, if I don't have it on my body, I'm washing it. That is one thing my family does. We do not go into the new year with dirty clothes. You have to wash your clothes. You have to wash your home. You have to wash your clothes, and your home has to be spick and span. You cannot go into the new year with dirty clothes and a dirty home. That is how the rest of your life will be for the rest of that year. My grandmom did not play that. She made sure if it's not on your body, wash it. Everything has to be washed before you go into the new year. Yeah, this is my sparkly background. That's Hervin. Happy New Year's. Yes, Pepe. Happy New Year, family. Mona, what my family is doing, we're sugar substitutes. I told you guys about the monk fruit. So we don't do any kind of sugar or honey, or we're not supposed to, but we're going to be stricter in the new year. But no sugar and honey, no processed food, no white foods, like pastas. We're doing brown, like gluten-free pasta and things of that nature. No breads unless it's brown, like no white foods, no processed foods. Basically 90% vegan, kind of, no dairy. That's why I'm getting my pizza in. Ciao. I was like, no dairy, but no dairy. And that's pretty much it. Mainly a lot of fruits and vegetables, more vegetables than fruits. Yeah, more vegetables than fruits. A lot of alkaline water, sometimes spring and purified. What else? That's basically it. That's basically it. Definitely meats. Not a lot of red meat. Sometimes fish and chicken. Not too much. Not too much of that. And that's pretty much it. I'll let y'all know how it goes. I'll let y'all know how it goes because we took a break for Philly. Not a break, but and I'm like, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss all this mess. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, I saw something in the comments jump. Oh, thank you, Shannon Van. Shannon Van posted her oh no, why would it? Oh, maybe you deleted that one. Let me see. Is this the one? Oh my gosh. Shan, can you post it again? I'm trying to show it, but it keeps on saying error. If not, Shan, if it doesn't work in the chat, put it in the comments in this video. It's just me, Precious said, have you looked at the fight on Instagram giving you the real tea? Was that the person who slowed it down? If so, yeah, I saw that. Tony is promoting. She said on my YouTube page will be up soon and I will keep you posted. However, mine will be fitness and nutrition. Yes, mostly with live workouts. Out. Come on, Tony. I will be subscribing, hon. I will be subscribing. JB says what says thanks Nikki, love you, and I'll drop my link in the comments. You're so welcome. And I'm JB says what on here and everywhere else. Absolutely. Yes, Shan. All in that order. Strange Black Media said you can tell Bravo wasn't prepared for that Monique was going to quit because they still haven't said anything about Monique's departure. They always put out a statement. I think it's because they're still negotiating. Yeah, yes, guys. Y'all all right with me. I definitely have to find a laundromat around here. Because of COVID, like I told you, there's no contact with the hotel. So I can't do like laundry service or anything like that. So I just have to I gotta find a laundromat somewhere, but I cannot go into the new year with dirty clothes. Kamut pasta is good. Shannon, man, I'll check that out. Kamut. And then somebody in the comments says spinach pasta. I'll check them out. But I think what I'm going to do is just do pasta in moderation because I'm still going to try these pastas, but I've tried several pastas and I'm just like, there's nothing like the real thing. But I'll try. Oh, I didn't try Manuka honey, Tony. I'll try it. I'll ask my mom's nutritionist to see. Oh, it's Kima. I love dairy, but I'm fine with the no dairy. My African American stomach it can't do dairy. It can't. I've tried. It's so good. I don't want to let it go. But I found dairy alternatives that I enjoy. So I'm fine with that one going. I really, really am. I just haven't found a good non-dairy pizza. And that's my thing. I'm just going to have to give up pizza. Other than that, I can do it. Absolutely, Serenity. Yep. Clean the house and sweep to the open front door to sweep out all the negative energy. Absolutely. Serenity said, basically, you're a paleo. Welcome to my life. Yeah, but it's just until my mom's health gets to a certain point, and then after that, she can introduce things, but she just has to maintain it. So, well, she will never go back to how she was eating before, but she has a certain goal that she has to reach within the next few weeks, and then she could, at that point, maintain where she's at. So that's what we're looking to for her. Oh, good, Misty. Definitely promote. Oh, thank you, Gina. Happy New Year to you as well, to you and your family. Absolutely, Tony. I sure will. Hey, Soprano, too. Shonda, I tried Bonza. I could not get into it. Maybe I cooked it wrong. I still have half a box left because the pasta I tried to make with Bonza just was not good. Yep, same with me. I'm washing clothes tomorrow. Tony, my PO box is in my about section. On my YouTube, my YouTube thing is in my about section. Okay, Serenity, I'll give it a try. Chio cheese for the pizza. Chio cheese. Let me look that into because that's the only thing. I um I found a good dairy alternative for cheese, but not for the pizza. I'm a Costco hoe. I'm a Costco hoe. All right, family. I love you. I've missed you so much, as you can see. I don't know how long we've been on here. I'm so sorry, people who are just watching this for the review. It happens. But what I'll probably see you guys. I want to play it by ear because I still have to give you guys a 90 Day Fiance review, and I'm definitely going to review Drag Race and Love After Lockup. The issue is I'm not home. So I have to catch, if I can't catch it on TV, I have to catch these shows on the internet. And it just is such a problem trying to watch these shows on the internet. And then I just don't know how my day is going to be here because I'm not home. I don't have my schedule. I'm just, here in Philly. But I will keep you posted daily. So if you can, please follow me on Instagram at NikkiNicoleStar. That's NikkiNicole star. I'll be posting on Instagram and in my Instagram stories the day and the time, Eastern Standard Time, that I will be reviewing 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, Drag Race, and Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I didn't do Atlanta this week because it gave me nothing. Just boring. But I will do the other ones this week. I don't know. It all depends on my schedule, lighting. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I've learned so much on this trip of what I have to do when I'm traveling and still doing these lives. So just stay posted to my Instagram, and I'll make sure to post. I posted late this time because I just didn't know. I didn't know how this day was going to go. but I will have a better idea of my schedule after the new year. So keep it posted on my Instagram, and I will let you guys all know what's going on. Shan, do Drag Race. We don't have the same perspective. Do it. Have fun. Maybe we can collab. Girl, do your review. Don't worry about me. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Okay, Kima. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. So yeah, just keep posted on my Instagram so I can let you guys know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I will for certain. It depends on how my New Year's Eve goes. But I did intend on coming to you guys on New Year's just to, celebrate. So we'll see. If anything, I'll probably be able to bring in a new year with the West Coast people. So we will see. We will see. But again, thank you guys so much for your love and support of me this year. It's been amazing. It really, really has. Because this year has been a rough one. Rough for you guys, rough for me, like rough for all of us. But I can guarantee you all made my year so much better than it could have been. Like this year without you guys, I don't even want to think about it. I don't. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And I will see you, if not tomorrow, definitely New Year's Day. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Promote. Yes. Listen to Shonda. Like the video.